Evening, folks. How you doing? It's middle-aged gamer guy, but you can call me Mags. Welcome to another Tuesday night gaming chat where we talk about all the latest gaming news and reviews from the last 7 days or so. Let's say hello to everyone who's in chat. Mr. Dan Game Tank, hello. How are you doing? Seeing that you're already getting your modding duties off to a good start. Thank you so much for that. Unresponsive Assassin was here. 10 minutes. Thank you for that follow. Greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Danka, good evening. How are you? Good to see you all. Gozzo, hello. Flame, hello. Mr. Ben, hello. Please welcome Mag. Yes, I'm here. How are you doing? Unresponsive says, I don't want to boast or anything, but I got garlic and herb croutons. Ooh, get you. Big Jesse, evening all you gorgeous people. Oh, and Mag. Yeah. Fuck you, Jesse. AK hockey player, hello. How you doing, buddy? Hello, friends. Another fine day. Wish I wasn't at work. I'm sorry to say, but you've got us to entertain you while you're at work. I don't know whether that's a good thing or nothing. Apop, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm here. It's a thing. There you go. Kylie, howdy. How are you? Manic, good evening. Hello, welcome all. Thank you for all being here. We have another fantastic jam-packed Tuesday night gaming chat, which I've rejigged the script so many times because there's so many different games coming out or was getting scores or not getting scores. It's been a bit insane. But to help me guide me through that process is the co-host that knows the most. It's the one, it's the only, it's Mr. David Jones.
How you doing, mate? How you doing?
I am very well. How are you, sir?
Not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
There you go. And dare I ask what you have been playing the last 7 days or so?
Just a couple of things. I was carrying on a Dead Island 2 co-op session with a friend. We were on the last mission for that one. Although we just couldn't do it. We've had to sort of back off a bit and go and do some side missions to try and level up. Because we've just been concentrating on the story. But you kind of get to the end and you are under-leveled. I think we're like 2 levels under what we should be. Should be 22 and we're 20. And we just couldn't do this. But I don't think it's quite the final boss, but it's one where you've just got loads of other zombies that come in as you're doing this fight. And trying to concentrate on the one sort of big boss that's after you, and all these other ones coming in to the room for like sort of tubes around the room. Just couldn't do it. Just kept getting absolutely battered.
Oh, was that? Yeah, I think I remember that. I can't remember how I got around that.
Yeah, there's a way to cheat.
I think I just massively raged all the time and ripped through them, I think.
Oh, tried it, but it just kept getting us. We just thought, bollocks to this. So we just backed out of it, and we're going to do a few side quests to get up to the right level, and then hopefully should be able to do it next time. Because it was just becoming a pain in the arse. So we kind of got sort of stuck on that one, so still haven't finished it. But then on my own, I did start playing Animal Well, which we reviewed last week.
Oh yeah. And what did you think?
Really, really good. Really enjoyed it so far. It's a great Metroidvania. Really cool old style, sort of 8-bit type graphics, 8-bit, 16-bit graphics. But I think it looks good for what it's done with the pixel art, and it plays really well. It's got a really good sense of discovery to it because it doesn't hold your hand at all. It doesn't tell you what to do. You just got to get these items, and you just left to sort of figure out what to do with them. And it's just got those moments that surprise you where you suddenly realise you can do something else with the item that you just wouldn't have even thought about. You just accidentally do something. So, oh, I can do that with it, can I? That helps with shitloads of puzzles I was stuck on before.
I can honestly see that popping up in Game of the Year lists, that game. And if you missed it on last week's show, it got like a 9 out of 10 on this show. It's insane. Or did it got more than that, actually? Did it get a... No, it got a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I can see that being...
It is very, very good.
Amazing.
And it's on PlayStation Plus for anyone who's on the fence about buying it if you've got a PlayStation.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I didn't realise either. I was debating whether to buy it on PC, but then I did see it was on PS Plus, and I had like an email from Sony trying to tempt me back onto the service because I'd cancelled it, back before Christmas.
Ooh.
I had like 50% off for like the first month, so it's only cost me like £5.50 to get back onto it. So I'm just going to play the game this month, then can the PS.
Spite arse, Dave. But there we go.
I ain't got time for all the subscription services, so I just sort of dip into them every now and again. I sometimes let Game Pass, die off for a couple of months.
Yeah.
Too many games, not enough time.
I know. Carla, thank you so much for the follow. While Dave was talking about the fact that he's basically only blagging PS Plus for a month to play Animal Well. Manic says, well, I definitely know the game that won't be making Game of the Year is Suicide Squad. True story.
Yep.
No, it's not a bad game. It's just ever so mediocre. And talking of mediocre games, because of what I've been playing this week, now South Park Snow Day, in a day.
Mm-hmm.
It's such a short game.
A day well spent.
No, and it was disappointing. And it's like the first level, which I streamed when it came out, is great. And it just goes downhill from there. And actually, there's 2 levels that are really boring. And I said this last night on stream. It's just a very okay. And there is a free DLC, which is like a horde mode. But I played 1 level of that, like did it all the way through till the end, and I'd had enough and I was bored. So that's done.
Move on.
So I've gone back to it's funny enough because I started it today, but they've just announced that doing a physical release of it is the Tomb Raider Remastered Collection 1 to 3. They're actually bringing out a physical release for that, which is amazing. But I thought I'll play all the Tomb Raider 1, then play something else, then do Tomb Raider 2, and play something else. And I have played the original 2. I've just never played 3 before, so kind of building up to it. But yeah, and I changed the controls, so I wasn't having such a nightmare of a time with it when I streamed it back in February. I can't believe that was February. Please, for the love of God, find a new developer for the next. THQ might not be the best. Yeah, for South Park, I get it. Ben says, I'm Daveless. He keeps trying to do the exclamation Dave command, but it's not working. Someone else do it for him. If you want to show your appreciation to Dave, exclamation Dave. But there you go. Game of the year, Lego Fortnite. Well, technically that came out last year, so no. Anyway. By the way, hello, good evening, Kelbrenny. Hello, you're here. Hello. And he was saying that you look tasty, Dave, by the way. So,
Thank you, mate.
There you go. You actually never played it, says Unresponsive Assassin. Same here. So don't worry about it. Should we bring our guest in?
I think we should.
We've been talking about too much about absolute tripe, really. Current game of the year is Persona 3 Reloaded. Good choice. I like that. It was good. It was good. I was wondering if it was last night's update buggered exclamation Dave. No, it seems to be working. Oh, yeah, my command won't work, wouldn't it? Yeah, that won't work either, Manic. Anyway, because we're not doing this through Twitch. We're doing this through StreamYard because it's different software. So that certain commands do not work. So there you go. And some do. Anyway, so moving on to our guest. This guest I was introduced to through our friends at the Gamer Guide, and didn't actually get to meet her until literally about 2 months. Was it 2 months ago? I think it was 2 months ago, at one of the official Twitch meetups. More news about that later on. And then also was at WASD, and we're going to mention WASD a lot because there's 2 games from WASD that are on the show tonight. She is a VR streamer. She's known to have a VR headset on, slashing away at Beat Saber and numerous other VR games. Wonderful Twitch streamer. Please, would you welcome the wonderful Tigress X?
All right,
Hello.
guys. How you
doing?
Good. How are you? I'm echoing.
well.
There we go. It's gone now.
There you go. Very well. And there you go. Oh my God, it's a face reveal, says Unresponsive Assassin.
You've seen my face many times. Why are you trolling? People always say that, but you don't see me without the headset on very often, to be fair.
So that's a thing. Only at events you don't have the headset.
Yeah, true.
I think that's probably...
Well, sometimes at events I do, when I do the Beat Saber cosplay.
Ah, okay. I've not seen that yet.
Yeah, people are always like, how does she see through that thing?
How do you see through that thing?
It's got cameras in it.
Oh, okay. So it just works like a normal...
Yeah, like the old one that I used to use, everything was black and white, and it was like so hard to navigate around the event for some reason, because everything's like 2-dimensional. You can't tell how far away things are. The amount of times I hit people with my lightsabers was questionable.
Ouch.
But now it's in color, so I can see what I'm doing a bit better now.
And it's not like having tunnel vision or anything?
A little
like
bit. Not really. It's not too bad. You kind of have to use some common sense with it and kind of get how far away things are. But no, like it's only really here that you can't see from.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
So just your peripheral sides.
Cameras are getting better and better. Yeah.
There you go. So now she can hit people on purpose.
Yeah. To be fair, I was at an event the other day, a small event in Milton Keynes, and I nearly hit somebody. An older guy came up to me. He was like, "You're gonna have someone's eye out with that," and I was like, "I'm sorry."
Oh dear. Danka says, is the Zombie Army franchise up your street, Tigress X? What do you think of the VR
Zombie Army?
Zombie Army. Well, the 4th one, Rebellion are bringing out the 4th one in VR. We talked about it on the show a couple of weeks ago. It's not out yet, but
I haven't. Well, I haven't heard of it, but I love zombie games. There was one. What's the one that I really liked? It was like mixed reality. Drop Dead Cabin. That was a really fun zombie VR game, and you basically like you map your room out and you place the doors and windows in your own room, and it basically gives the effect that like the zombies are climbing into your actual real space. It's really cool. You just place the windows on the walls and stuff, and they come crawling in.
Really cool.
It's scary.
There was that Sunshine, Arizona, but that doesn't sound anywhere near as cool as that game.
I mean, yeah, I've played Arizona Sunshine 2 recently. That's the second one. And that one, it is really good. It's more immersive. You don't see your own room, like you're fully like first person locked into the game. It's quite try hard, that one, actually. You run out of bullets so fast, and I'm like, now what do I do?
I think I've find some zombie games are good and some aren't.
Well, there is a dog in that zombie game, which makes it amazing.
Dogs
you can command it to bite the zombies' heads off. It's brutal.
Oh, Carla said aim better.
I can't help it. I just get a little bit overexcited. I'm just like bam, 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 bam. Then I'm like, oh, this is realistic. Where do I get the bullets from now?
There you go. Evening, Sawyer. Sawyer from the Gamer Guide. Exclamation Gamer Guide, if that works. Go check out their magazine. Sunshine, Arizona 2 was good. It was. I think you'll like Zombie Army 4 then. Because it came out in 2020 on everything, and now they've done a VR version which comes out later this year, and I'm sure I'll be talking about it because show.
I cover a lot of the new VR releases, but I can't say I look too far in the future with them. Like people, like a company will just be like, "This game comes out next week. You want to cover it?" And I'm like, "Yeah, go on then."
Do it. Let me know if you don't ever hear about it and it's coming out. Let me know, and I'll speak to my friends at Rebellion and sort it out. There you go. There you go.
All the connections, please. I want to play all the VR games in the world. I just don't have enough time.
I'll be giving my opinion, says Danko, when it comes out. That's cool. Aurelian, good evening. How are you? James Plum, thank you for the follow. How you doing? He says, hi, Tigress.
Hi.
How you doing? So, for those who don't know, can we have Tiger? Well, we're going to call it Tiggy. She likes to be called
Tiggy.
Right.
In real life.
So, could we put Tiggy's all her? So there you go. Look, Jesse did it. All the socials on there. Look, the Twitch channel, the YouTube channel.
That's a lot of channels.
The X, the Insta, the Facebook, the
you missed TikTok. That's my biggest one.
TikTok. Oh my God, yeah.
That's my biggest platform.
Amazon account, bank account, everything's there. The lot, the whole lot. There you go. And for anyone who's
that typo though, not quite ass.
Evo, MySpace. I don't know. Yeah, all those things, wonderful things. When are you next on, and what will you be streaming?
I mean, I do Beat Saber every Sunday, but like we were just talking about, I am having an extension on my house so I can finally have like an awesome gaming room, because this one, it's tiny and my whole green studio is just basically a green piece of cloth. And I'm so jealous of like the American VR streamers that like convert their garage into like a studio. And they paint the walls green and they have those foam green floor pads and everything. I'm so jealous of that. So, and that's been like, honestly, the entire time I've been making VR content, that's been like my goal, is to have a really cool VR space. So the work on that is starting in about a month, and I won't be able to play VR for like 2 months. So I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of other streams and other games to play in the meantime while I don't have access to that. So I don't know if you guys have any suggestions. Let me know.
Chat, put it in.
Yeah.
Unresponsive says a Zombie Army playthrough, so play the whole original game before you do the VR version.
Oh, there's an original game. Okay.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
Neo.
You know what I do need to finish?
What's that?
Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Okay.
Final Fantasy, what was it? 7 Rebirth.
Yeah.
I'd literally got about a quarter of the way through it, and I was really enjoying it. And then I went on holiday, and I just never picked it back up when I came home. Although I'm always playing multiplayer games, because multiplayer games is like my idea of socializing. So I got to tick the socializing box, and then by the time I've done that, I never get time to play single player games really.
See, that's one of the things. It's like a backlog. I do the opposite thing. I like to play games and don't socialize because I'm weird like that. Did you say you wanted aircon in your gaming room?
That's the goal. I'm going to be, I don't know, again, it's just me being jealous of the VR people in America who are just chilling with aircon. And they come into my streams, they're like, it's not even that hot in the UK. I'm like, are you serious right now? Don't get me started. It's not even that hot. Yeah, it might not be as hot here, but our houses are bloody boiling and we don't have aircon. So
Yeah.
my house holds heat in like crazy. It's good in the winter. Yeah. In the summer, I'm turning into a puddle in my VR headset while dancing around playing Beat Saber. I think everyone just feels sorry for me.
Well, I mean, for that whole 2 weeks that we actually get good weather in this country, it's worth it. I think we've already had one. Yeah, it is. It's muggy. Horrible. That's the thing. Yeah.
And exactly I can't open any windows, because if I open any windows, my cats that have no survival instincts will jump out and probably die instantly. So I don't risk opening any windows in the house because they'll find a way to get out. We used to have mosquito nets on there.
Right.
Them to bits. I was like, nice. Mm-hmm.
They're like stunt cats, but they don't know how to. They don't have to do the first bit of the stunt, just not the landing.
Yeah, they just really want to put themselves in danger. Apparently,
cats.
Cats are a nightmare. Yeah,
I know. Manic said, I did hear rumors that Square Enix is going to be dropping exclusivity from Sony, which means it could open to all platforms. Yes, we talked about it on last week's show. There you go. So if you didn't see it, go watch it on catch up.
It's like we already talked about this.
Yeah, already talked about it. So we're moving on. Mind you, we will talk about Square Enix because they have actually said something. So we will talk about that in it. Ben says 2 weeks. I live so near to Wales that I'm lucky if I get 2 days of summer. Oh, well.
I think our summers have been getting longer, to be fair. Maybe it's just because I do VR and I'm just over-exaggerating. But someone said that to me the other day. They was like, oh, we only get 2 weeks of summer. And I was like, it felt so much longer last year. I was suffering.
I don't know. I felt it was quite poor last year. But then, like,
it was so hot in my room. I would run out of this door, go to the kitchen, open the freezer, stand in the freezer for a few seconds. Literally, I would stand in the freezer and then I'd run back in and put the headset on and carry on. That was my strat last year.
Nuts. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Our house is that hot.
Damn. You just, I mean, I'm not going to state the obvious and you've just left the heating on or something during the summer.
No, right. The builder guy that's doing the extension for our other room said like it's really hot in here. They said like our insulation.
Yeah.
It's like made of straw, and it's like just I don't know. We must have a really old house or something. They were like, that's what he said. He was like, "Why is your insulation straw?" And I was like, "I don't know. We didn't do it, but that's why it's so hot apparently."
Damn. Okay. Usually 6 weeks for summer. Well, that's what it's supposed to be, James, but we don't always get it.
No.
Gilfly, good evening. How you doing? Ben says, Mags and I are old enough to remember before the millennium. Summers were longer back then. I remember the summers in the 80s. I'm not old.
Oh, dear, mate.
Yeah, so there you go. But anyway.
It all seemed better back then, didn't it?
It all back in my day, it all was so much better in the summer. No, let's not do that. Mm-hmm. So there you go. The name checks out. Thank you, Keltbrenny. I was born in the millennium, says Unresponsive Assassin. I was born in the 79. So yeah, anyway, moving on. Should we crack on with the show?
Sure. I just like talking crap. I'm happy with this.
Don't worry, trust me.
You can do more VR and aircon.
Yeah, we can talk about aircon. We got another hour and 20 minutes of the show. We'll be talking. Hour and 40 minutes. We'll be talking crap for most of that. So don't worry. It's all
my
good.
Dream.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our 168th show. And we've got such games as Braid Anniversary Edition, Ghost of Tsushima, which is now on PC, Senuas Saga, Hellblade 2, and System Shock Remake made it onto consoles. And I know, because here's my copy that arrived, only to be told that they're sending me another copy to give away on next Monday's stream. Pluggy plug.
Sick.
So there you go. So if you want to watch that, that's next Monday. You watch, you'll get a shit review now. I'll be very unhappy. So let's crack on with our first game. This is, is Dean's a classic game these days. But this is Braid, the Anniversary Edition, which came out last Tuesday. It's out on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, PC, Switch, and even mobile phone. Let's have a look at the trailer and let us know your thoughts. And Dave will tell us a little bit more about this game. And we'll tell you, for all those new people that are in chat, how you can get a shout out for your channel by playing a little game that we do. So watch this and find out more.
Ooh.
So there you go, folks. That is Braid Anniversary Edition, which they clearly stated is not only the original game slightly remastered and touched up, but also a ton of new stuff added, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah, that's right. I think it said 40 new levels there. They've tagged onto it, but otherwise it is the same game as you remember, just with generally nicer graphics. I just redone all the artwork for the game just to make it look a bit sharper on our nice modern screens. I think this was 2008 when it originally came out.
Yeah, sounds about
so
right.
A good while ago now, so definitely need a bit of a spruce up. But it's a game I've never played. I've got a feeling I've probably claimed it a number of times for free on various services. I think it's been given away a number of times over the years. I've probably got it sitting there on, like, say, Epic Games or Games of God or something, just never played. Because whenever I looked at the artwork and stuff, it never really appealed to me, never grabbed me, still doesn't. So I can't say I'd rush out and play it, but I know it is meant to be, a bit of a classic gameplay-wise. It looks like your fairly standard, puzzle platformer. You're on a quest to, save a princess, but it's got, a pretty cool time mechanic to it where you can rewind time, pause it. I think you can even bring in a little sort of shadow of yourself to sort of do some of the puzzles where you do other bits to sort of move the levels. And some of the levels are meant to be your sort of character's memories and regrets that you're sort of replaying through on this quest to rescue the princess. So, it is that classic game, just a bit of a spruce up, extra levels, director commentary as well, if you want to hear from the devs behind it. So I think for anyone who liked it back in the day, it's probably worth picking this up, play through it again, relive your memories, and enjoy the extra levels.
Sweet. Again, I'm like you. I think I've got this on Xbox and never played it. And I remember it being in that documentary. There was this and Fez and another game.
Yeah.
And it was like a documentary that was on Netflix ages and ages and ages ago. I was like, oh, we'll get around to playing it. Still not played it. But hey,
it's there in the backlog.
It's there in the backlog for the vault of all time. Super Meat Boy. Thank you, Dan. That was the other game that was there. But I have played Super Meat Boy, so there you go. And Fez. Indie Game the Movie. That's it. Go check it on Netflix if it's still on there. Jenny, good evening. How are you? Good to see you. She's like, oh, hi. Tiggy, have you ever played this? You ever played the original?
No, I haven't actually. I've never seen it before until today. But it was funny. I was watching it, the little character, and I was like, what does this remind me of? And then I saw in the chat someone said Jetpack Joyride, and I was like, it does. It reminds you of like the little funny head that the guy has on Jetpack Joyride. Yeah. So there you go. They hit it nail on the head there. I was like, it's definitely something. But no, I've never played it.
Yeah. Do you think it's something you would play? Do you like
Probably not.
It's not your kind of thing.
No, not really. No.
Yeah. Big Head Soccer Adventure. There you go.
Big Head.
There you go. iQuail, good evening. Evening, everyone. I'm going with a 9 for this one. Well, let's see. Let's. You'll probably notice the chat. If you've never seen the show before, you're probably wondering why people are putting numbers in the chat. So we don't review the games. Well, what we do is I scour the internet and get a ton of scores and turn it into an average score. You may agree with it, you may not. But if you get it correct, you will get a shout out in the chat. And if you're a streamer or a content creator, blah, 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 we will plug you. So you can have halves and whole numbers, everything from 0 all the way to 10. So we've already got some numbers in the chat already. So let's go for this. Let's scroll down. Let's see. Manic says 7 out of 10 for this one. Kelp Bunny says 6 out of 10 for me. 8.5, but I'm sure the original got a 9. So wonder if it's be lower. Gozzo, good evening. How you doing, buddy? Got a 9. iCloud, as he said, will be a 9. Ben says 8. Says it reminds me of Earthworm Jim somehow. There you go. I remember Earthworm Jim. I remember the cartoon for that. Yeah, great game. Flame says 7.5. Manic says 7.5 mag beards out of 10. Fair enough. Just to clarify, 8.5. Thank you. Kylie says a 7.5. Jenny says an 8. Dave, I'll start with you. What do you reckon this got?
I'm going to try 9 because I remember it was a high scorer back in the day.
Okay. Going for a 9. Tiggy, what do you reckon?
I feel like too many people said 7.5, so I'm going to say 8.
Okay. Going for an 8. Folks, if you want to have a guess, this is your last chance. This is Braid Anniversary Edition, which came out Tuesday last week and is out on PS4, 5, Xbox Series XS, 1, PC, Switch, and mobile phones. So it's out on everything. You just can't play it on a toaster, apparently. But there you go.
I'd play it on a phone, to be fair. Yeah. Something I'd definitely play if I was like traveling or something.
Yeah, I think it could be. I could see that's how I'm going to end up playing it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
scenario that I would play something like that.
Yeah.
On a plane.
And I don't think it was ever originally out on a phone, so I think it's quite cool that it's now on the phone.
Exactly.
But there you go. No more scores. Right, next challenge. Port it to a toaster. Yes, that'll be the next challenge. You can play Doom on a toaster. I'm sure you can play this on a toaster. But there you go. If there are no more scores, I'm going to tell you that this got 8.5 out of 10.
Close.
It's close.
So it's very close. I think only one person got that right, if I got that right, which is Danker. It is. I think Danker said 8.5. So the only person is Danker gets a shout out. So Danker last couple of weeks, some weeks he's done really well, some weeks he's done terribly. So we're going to see how he goes with this one. So we'll see how he's doing. But yeah, 8.5 out of 10. So if you've never played the game or fancy looking at it, go check it out. So it did get lower. Yeah, it got 0.5 less. Don't know why. But it's on average. Again, so take it with a pinch of salt. There are probably reviewers that have said it's better than that. So there you go. Moving on to our second game of this evening. This came out last Wednesday, but is only on PC. This looks like absolute chaos, but looks like my kind of thing. This is called Mullet Madjack. Let's have a look at this.
Ready?
Greetings from Peace Corps. Sounds like you're in trouble. You have 10 seconds. Destroy these damn robots. Okay, boss. Roger.
Someone else is controlling you! Checkpoint!
Badass moderator to take care of our bots.
Oh, looks like the duel is the chamber. Now be a good boy and die! This game blows your mind. Mullet Madjack.
There you go, Mullet Madjack. And yes, they did say mullet. Indeed, they did. Let's see. A couple of people. Already getting some scores. Manic's coming in with 7. Kelpenny says 8. Do everyone agree with me that this was Smash TV would look like if it was in 3D? I love Smash TV back in the day. I would say 6. Might grow my hair out for this one. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this. This looks just like grade A insane, this game.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's going for that sort of 80s, 90s anime feel. So it's definitely got like a bit of a feel of like Akira, animation for that sort of time period. But it's meant to be like a really fast-paced first-person shooter. It's set up to your character. It's simple premise. He's again trying to like save a princess, like in Braid, previous game. But she's at the top of a tower. There's multiple floors you've got to go up. I think after like each 10 floors, you get to like pick an upgrade for your character. So it's got a little bit of a sort of roguelike element to it there, where you get to pick the upgrades, and if you die, you'll lose them. But you've only got like 10 seconds to live.
Right.
So you've got to make sure you just kill as many enemies as you can in a short time as possible. Keep that timer ticking up so you don't run out of time. And it's got a bit of a sort of streamer setup to it, influencer setup to it, because apparently as your character's going through this, it's been live streamed out to the world, and he's got like a device hooked up to his veins that is delivering likes as health straight into his body.
Oh, jeez.
It's taking a few sort of modern ideas and putting them into an 80s, 90s anime sort of vibe. It looks pretty cool. Probably a good one to play on your streams, mate, I'd say.
I like the look of this. It's weird, though, because there is comparisons with this. And again, it's not going to be the first time that we mention this. But at WASD, obviously, there was Angerfoot, which I absolutely adored. And you've got to go around and kick the living shit out of people with your foot or a gun, but there's limited time to do it or whatever. And this almost is like that premises, except you've got less time to do it. So I might like this. But it's a case of which one ends up being better. So I have to see. Miss Ginger Ninja, hello. How are you? Good to see you. iQuail saying, I was looking forward to this game so much, and it didn't disappoint. I'd say 10, but I think other people who are less cultured, bloody hell, than me probably bring it down to an 8. Ben says, this is one of those games that I desperately want to like, but it's a first-person shooter. So there you go. I am very well, thank you, Miss Ginger Ninja. Great to see you here. Thank you for being here. Gozzo is saying a 9. Danker is saying a 9. As we said earlier, Kelp Brandy says an 8. On response for Assassin says a 6. Ben says a 7.5. I'm still saying a 6. That's cool. The health pack is just showing a cat. So that's pretty much what it is. Kylie says an 8. Carla says a 6.5. Let's hope the team port it to consoles. They might. So we'll see. I mean, it's just happened with System Shock, and we'll talk about that in a bit. Jenny says a 7. Good. I'm glad. I saw you were playing Little Kitty Big City the other day. What do you think? I enjoyed it, and I'll play it more. And I found out that you can. It's one of those games that you can get an easy 1,000 gamer score. So I will carry on and complete it, and yeah, add it. So I
like your easy gamer score, don't you?
I do like. I mean, I was playing. Hey, look, I was playing Bluey the video game last week. Don't come at me for it. But I got my 1,000 gamer score. Yeah, I did enjoy it playing it last night. It was fun. So there you go. I'll start with Tiggy. What do you reckon for this one? What do you reckon? Oh, actually, I haven't even asked you your thoughts on this. That's sorry, my bad.
I'm chilling.
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know. I looked at that and I was like, that'd be kind of fun in VR, actually.
It would, wouldn't it?
Would, yeah, that'd be so cool.
That could be
missed opportunity.
I know. If they did bring it to VR, would it? I mean, would it be even more stressful? Possibly.
Probably. Well, that's the best part, right? Chaos. Yeah, that's
Chaos
what we want.
It's definitely worth. I this would get a thumbs up from me. I'd play this. So what would you give this, Tiggy?
7.
Okay, give it a 7 out of 10. Ginger said, "Oh, sorry, I missed it. I was playing it last night as well." On response said, "I just bought Little Kitty Big City for my girlfriend." It got a 7.5 out of 10 on our show last week. Just so you know, we reviewed it on the show last week. Well, we don't review it, but anyway. But yeah, I would definitely play this. Dave, what do you reckon?
I'm going to try 8.5 for this one.
Okay, so you're going for 8.5. Tiggy's going for a 7. Chat, get your scores in. Jenny's gone for a 7. Flame's gone for a 7 in. If anyone hasn't put your scores in, I'm literally going to give you 5 seconds to put your scores in and guess it. If you get it correct, you will get a shout out in the chat. This is your last chance because this came out on Wednesday on PC. And if there's no more scores, I can tell you that this got, you can tell I'm stalling. This did really well. This got a 9 out of 10 on average.
Oh.
Yeah, 9 out of 10 on average. So, yeah, I definitely want to play this. I'm supposed to like, damn. Guys, I was like, yes, got one right. Let's go. So, for anyone who put 9 out of 10, why did Dan just ban Kelp Brenny? What did Kelp Brenny do? Dan removed the ban on Kelp. Dude, what did you do? Did your fingers?
Was that an accidental click?
I think it was an accidental click.
Sneeze and click the wrong mouse button.
I have absolutely no fucking idea how I did that. Dan. He's like, fuck's sake. Don't know. Brenny, if you're still there, sorry, buddy. Mistakes were made. Blame my mods. And you know what? This is how you do a plug for another magazine. Blame my mods and the deputy editor of Debug magazine. So don't worry about it, Dan. You sorted it. Blame the update. The worst part about this is Dan is our most competent mod, says Jesse. Yeah, there we go. Mistakes were made. But congratulations to everyone that said 9 and got it right. I noticed he hasn't said anything since it's been done. So has he completely disappeared? Oh my God, we lost him. Never mind. So there you go. You're doing the shout outs for everyone who got a 9. So far, our high scoring game of the night. Go check it out, you lovely, lovely people. Let's go on to a little bit of gaming news. So Manic was saying, another one bites the dust. Yes. And Danker is 2 for 2 at the moment. Blame my mods. I like that. There's a nub of a game in that. We could probably make a game. There you go. Manic was saying about the whole Square Enix thing and the fact that they were considering not just doing PlayStation exclusives. And we talked about that on the show last week. But they actually kind of came out and actually stated something officially. And it's kind of the news we already knew. This wasn't really anything we didn't already know. But Square Enix basically came out in the last week and basically stated that 3 of their main games that they brought out in the last 6 to 8 months have not done as well as they hoped. That includes Final Fantasy 16, Foam Stars, and Final Fantasy Rebirth, have all not hit their predicted targets and not sold anywhere near as well as they hoped. They did state that Final Fantasy 16 did on launch shift 3 million copies on PS5.
Wow.
But that wasn't their predicted target, unfortunately. Now, they haven't released any figures for Foam Stars, which we do know hasn't done very well. It was free on PS Plus for 1 month, and then you've got to pay for it, and the playing rate has dropped on it hugely. And then Final Fantasy Rebirth, they have still not put out any figures since it came out, which people think it's not done as well as people hoped. And we've, again, discussed this before. But, I mean, do you think now, and this is my question, gaming companies are actually setting unrealistic targets? Or do you think now, because the games have got these high, huge, ridiculous, like Hollywood-style budgets, that they've got to set those targets, because otherwise they're never going to make the money back, and then hence why we're getting all these layoffs? That's my question to you lovely people and chat. Let's go.
Yeah, but it probably is a little bit of both, really, because these things ain't getting cheaper to make, especially stuff like the Final Fantasies. Dread to think how much money they've spent on those. So yeah, they've got to try and make the money back somehow. But I think if you look at Square Enix, you'll probably, if you were to look back in like news articles for it, you'll probably see so many news articles for them where stuff hasn't hit their targets. So you do kind of feel that they have probably got some unrealistic expectations because, as I say, there always seems to be articles going back, many, many years. Say Tomb Raider, they didn't meet their targets and they own that. The other stuff didn't meet the targets. So I don't think they'll ever be truly happy. But I think the problem also with some of those games is, they are platform exclusives, aren't they? Which does limit them. Yeah. That Foam Stars looked decidedly average. I don't know.
It was okay. We streamed it.
Yeah, I don't know why anyone considered paying for it when you can get much better stuff free to play.
Yeah.
So people are going to gravitate more to that instead of spending like 25 quid on something. That is a bit average. Didn't since it's been out, it hasn't really had much support as far as I'm aware. So that one will die a death. Will be turned off probably next year, if not sooner.
Yeah.
But with the other Final Fantasies, because the amount they cost, I think they are going to have to think about doing them multi-platform. Trying to release them the same day. Which there's all the hype, because if you bring them out later, the main hype's kind of
died down. And the thing is, they've got that problem is that there's going to be some games. They obviously stated last week that they are looking to put a lot of games, not just on PlayStation, but PC, Xbox, etc. So we might see a lot of the Final Fantasy back catalogue go, which might help sell. But until they start bringing games out cross-platform, it's never going to sell as well, because if, as we stated last week, 3 million copies is good on a PS5, but still lots of people don't have PS5s. They might still have PS4s, which kind of can be an issue. Carla says Foam Stars could have been good if it was not trying to be Splatoon. Yeah, I agree. I blame the current trend where games have less than whatever hours gameplay and are largely no good. Well, we've seen that with some of the games that have come out this year. Siggy, your thoughts on this?
I just think it's a rough one. Like, I know I'm more of a PC gamer, so I'm a little bit cheaper when it comes to games. Like, I don't often buy like the AAA 60 quid PlayStation, even though I do love my PlayStation. I only bought Final Fantasy because it's a franchise that I really, really, really love. Like, I'm very pick and choosy. I'm not dropping £60 here and there to buy all these games, and none of my friends are either. Like, I get it. We're PC gamers, so we do expect to pay less for our games. We're a bit spoiled with that. But like, I just feel like people don't have the money to be spending that much on all these games at the moment.
I think this
It's
is another thing
insane.
that said, yeah, 70 quid for a game, and we've even seen some
Yeah.
going up to 80. You're kind of like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit much, isn't it? You got to
Yeah.
draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, it just blows my mind. Maybe I'm spoiled as well because VR, like I know buying a VR is expensive, but the actual games on VR are pretty damn cheap at the moment.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of spoiled with that as well because like you can get a game for a tenner like easily on VR, like decent games. So maybe it's that as well, but I just don't think anyone's, even with games they really like, they're like, oh, but I don't want to pay £70 for it though for like a single player game. That's why like we've been vibing with like Helldivers 2 because that was like perfect. It was nice and cheap, and all our friends were able to get it, and we've been absolutely spamming that most evenings because it was actually affordable and a decent game.
Yeah, I could see that being a lot of top 10 games of the year lists. That game, just because I know it's had its issues, and we've talked about that a lot on this show. But you know, generally, it's been outstanding. iQuail says if 3 million copies of a game is underperforming, then you are gambling with your releases. How many games sell more than 3 million in a few months? Exactly. I agree. Just bought a batch today, mostly indie games. You could probably buy about like 40 indie titles for 70 quid. Isn't GTA 6 meant to be like 90 quid? Rumoured, but I don't know if that's true. We don't know.
That'll be like the Luxor Gold edition, though.
Well, yeah, probably.
I'd hope so. They try and do the standard edition for 90 quid. No one's going to be happy with that.
No.
I'll wait for a sale.
Yeah, I think the game industry is slowly moving to the free-to-play era because you get more people playing the game of it's free-to-play than $70 titles or something. But the problem is there are lots of these free-to-play game titles, and then they don't last because we've seen a lot of really good free-to-play games that lasted a year and a half. Even Epic brought out a game that lasted no less than 2 months and they had to shut it down because no one was playing it. That's the problem. So it's either massive budget, massive expense cost, or free-to-play and be dead in a year. Because there's only a few free-to-play games that have stood the test of time, unfortunately. I bought too many £70 games recently and not even finished them, so I've stopped buying them.
I've done exactly that as well.
June Dog, hello. Good to see you. In fairness, at least you know you're getting your bang for your buck with GTA. Look how long people play GTA 5. That's a good point. And still going strong with GTA Online and everything. Also, with Ubisoft saying deal with not owning your games makes it feel like the point in buying it. Thing is, Mag and I are old back in 99 where it weren't so old. Top line games were 25 quid. True story. Adjust for inflation, 25 quid in 99 is worth over 70 quid now. So it's about the same. I still remember going back 10, 15 years and having to pay like 50, 60 quid for a game. So nothing's really changed. I don't know if it's because I'm getting old, but all I'm all about is indie games these days. I like games that have a quirk or novelty and some personality. So many of the big AAA games seem so bland and homogeneous these days. Have I said that right? Probably not. I'm terrible with English. English is not my first language, so I apologise. Gibberish is my first. Time is Apex, Fortnite, Final Fantasy Star Online, New Genesis. I cheat the system and have a US PSN account as the games are cheaper in the UK. I probably shouldn't have put that on screen. Sorry, Carla. I probably just dobbed you into Sony. My apologies. Moving on. So we'll see what Square Enix do in the future. But I do agree, games are getting more expensive. And a lot of games that have come out this year so far have not really hit the mark and been a massive disappointment. So there you go. And it's funny that we were spoilt for some really good AAA games last year. I don't think we are this year, in my opinion, but we'll see. Talking of AAA games that are actually hitting the mark, in 2020, if I've got this right, or was it 2019? 2019, I believe, we had the fabulous Ghost of Tsushima, which landed on PlayStation 4. This was followed up a year later in 2020, my memory serves me correct, with a special director's cut. This has now landed, another Sony game that has landed on PC. This came out last Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ghost of Tsushima, the director's cut on PC. Let's have a look.
Rated M for mature.
I swore to protect this island with my life, but now the Mongols have stolen our home, killed our samurai. I can't let more of my people die. I need every weapon we have. Tsushima can't afford anything less.
The Mongols have changed you, young master.
The world has changed. Sometimes our only choice is to walk away from everything we know. I sacrificed everything for my people. And I would do it again.
There you go, folks. The epic Ghost of Tsushima now comes to PC. Dave, for anyone who's not familiar with this game, and that's okay if you're not, tell us all about it.
Yeah, this one's set on the Japanese island of Tsushima when the Mongols come and invade. So you're one of the Japanese that lives on the island, and you've got to try and fight back, retake the various villages and towns on the island, push them back, get rid of them, kill their general. It's a gorgeous looking game. I think I've only ever briefly turned it on for a little bit on the PlayStation, just to have a look at it. Never really sort of delved into it, because I think from when I remember seeing the original reviews, structurally it sounded a bit like a sort of Ubisoft open world, and I got a bit burnt out. So I didn't delve into this, but I'd always heard good things about the combat. I know the combat in it's meant to be very, very well done. It's like gorgeous looking game. The art design for just the island and everything just looks fantastic. The way they've got the sort of the wind just blowing the grass across the fields just looks gorgeous. Very, very cinematic. Gorgeous looking game. And I can see when Assassin's Creed Shadows comes out later this year, it's probably going to be compared heavily with this one.
Yes, I feel that.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see how the two actually compare when they come out. But whilst you got this one now, it is a director's cut, so it includes the Ichi Island expansion. So you got even more games to play.
Which we talked about on this show. Yeah.
And there's also the Legends multiplayer mode, which I think is a roguelike mode that came out sort of late on in the game's release. That is multiplayer only. That one.
Okay.
So it sounds interesting. It's completely different sort of style to the main game. Not related to that at all. Set in more of a sort of fantasy world, but meant to be a pretty good time if you can co-op.
Okay. All right, it looks good. Tiggy, your thoughts?
I loved this game. I played it on PlayStation. I loved it so much. It was so good. I collected absolutely everything. But yeah, the art style, it's just so pretty. Like I could just sit and watch the game, just watch the wind blowing. It was so aesthetic. Had it on my big screen in the living room, and my TV has this backlit effect as well. Yeah. So it's just all blue and green. It was just really pretty scenery. The combat, like you said, it is sick. It's the way they blend it between the bow combat and the sword combat. You could jump off your horse and stuff and use the bow and then pull your sword out midair, and it was so good. It was really fun. 10 out of 10.
I do you know what? I missed this first time round, and I'm sure I've got a copy somewhere, so I really want to play this.
The boss fights were really good too.
It's on PS Plus as well. If you got the
that's probably why I've got it. I probably clicked it and it's in that download thing.
Just play it on PlayStation if you've got it then. Save the money.
Yeah. I'm not going to be
much different, is it?
Yeah, I'm not going to play it on PC. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. Carla says it's a real good game. All right, I'll give it. Is it? I'm going to ask this. Is it Souls-likey or not?
It's not as difficult.
It's more Assassin's Creed.
It's not as difficult. I picked up the combat really quickly, and you're not dying all the damn time either.
Good.
You don't feel, how you in Souls games you feel kind of heavy and clunky. It's not like that at all.
Good. I will play it then because I'm crap at Souls games.
I'm sure it's got difficulty modes, mate. It's probably got a story mode.
Yeah,
for
it just feels smoother, and it's hard to explain until you physically get your hands on it and try it. But it just feels smoother.
I like it. I'll give it a go then. If anyone saw me play another Crab's Treasure 2 weeks ago and I realised I was playing it on the hardest setting and didn't realise, yeah, there you go. It'll have better controls. That's about it. I was waiting for the day for it to get a PC confirmation, and that day finally came. I'm grabbing this as soon as the price becomes unmissable. I got a backlog to clear. Go for it. So, chat, get your scores in. We've already got some people that have said scores. Kelp Bunny said a 9. Gozzo said I give it a 9 or an 8.5. Tough. Oh, you got to decide which one you're going to go for, Gozzo. You have to let us know. Unresponsive says 9.5. Kylie says a 9. Carla says an 8.5. Dave, I'll come to you first. Chat, get your scores in now if you want to get a shout out. Go on, Dave.
I'm going to try 8.5.
You're going for an 8.5. Siggy?
9.5.
9.5? Oh, God, right.
I don't care. I like it.
Okay. Big Jesse says, turns out Mag isn't as bad as games he looks. He's just really shit at difficulty menus. True story. iQuail says a 9. Gozzo's going for an 8.5. Anyone who has not seen Mag losing his shit over another crab's treasure should watch the video. I raged so fucking much, and then found out that I had it on the hardest. Yeah, it's hilarious. It took me half an hour to do the first boss, and I was literally effing and blinding at the screen. And then we went into the menu and realised that I had it on the hardest thing, like an absolute twonk. Flame says an 8. Ben says an 8.5. Any more for any more? If not, this is Ghost of Tsushima, which came out last Thursday on PC, already out on PS4 and 5. Go check it out, and on PS Plus, as Dave says. And if there are no more scores, I can tell you neither Dave or Tiggy got it right, because it was smack bang in the middle. It was 9 out of 10.
That's what happened to us last time. It was in the middle.
18.5 off.
There you go. But congratulations to everyone who said 9. Ben said an 8.5. Flame said an 8. Well done, everyone. They got it right. Kelt's like, easy money. Dan Game Tank, please don't ban him again when you're going to give him a shout out. Danku's got his record intact. He's free for free, and he doesn't have to eat his mouse. So there you go. Kylie, well done. What's that? Hang on, what's that? I've never seen Mag die so many times since that training level on the game a few years ago. Oh, God, yeah, that Gun Gore game. And I thought I was just bad at the game. There was a level where I kept getting my head chopped off by because you're on top of a train. Mm-hmm. But apparently loads of people have written in and said this is the most, like, the game's really easy apart from this one level. And Jesse looked it up and he went, it's not actually you. No one can get past this. And after about 45 minutes, I actually got past it, but then I just given up on the game anyway. So I was just like, wasn't a very good game anyway, but there you go. Congratulations to everyone who got it right. Congratulations to Kylie, to Danka, Kelt, Brenny, and everyone else. If I missed anyone there, well done. Let's move on from one combat game to another combat game. This featured at WASD. I got to play this for a little bit. This also came out last Thursday. This is out on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, and PC. And this is the even more violent Die by the Blade.
I have nothing to say to rebels and outlaws.
You're going down.
Return to your home, citizen.
You're stupid.
I grow tired of all this shit. Die for your honor? Come at me! What was his name?
There you go, folks. Die by the Blades. I got to play a little bit of this at WASD. Said I was going to mention WASD yet again for the millionth time. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this. I'm not going to spoil anything, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a simple sort of 1v1 fighting game. There's no health bars to it. It's just one-hit kills. Surrounds can be over in just literal seconds. If you're not skilled enough and you can't get all your blocks and parries in, you'll just die in a matter of seconds. I think at the moment it's fairly bare bones from what I've been reading the reviews I've seen. There's not a huge amount to it. There's no sort of single player story mode like you're getting a lot of the big fighters like Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, etc. No single player mode. You can do some fights against like the AI, just get some practice in, but it's basically geared for local or online multiplayer. And it's got a few different arenas, a few different fighters, a few weapons to unlock, but not a huge amount of stuff. So I think at the moment, whilst it's got the bones of possibly like a good fighter if you want to spend the time getting sort of skilled in it. Yeah, it might be one of those ones where it might be best to wait a little bit until the devs have had time to add more stuff into it, flesh it out a little bit more.
Yeah. Iquail says, I picked this up on Steam Deck for the plane journey. It is fun, but a bit light on content and feels a bit unfinished. I think this might be a 6, unfortunately. So some people are saying, it could be really high. Some people are saying, I don't think it's going to be. Tiggy, did you get a chance to play this at WASD?
You know what? I barely played anything at WASD because the entire weekend was just me socializing. I couldn't get away from people in the best way possible. I'd literally talk with someone for like half an hour, and then someone else would be like waiting over in the corner just to wait till I was finished, and then they'd grab me. So I mean, it's great. It was actually a really good event. It was really good for socializing. I met so many cool people, especially in the VR community. But no, I didn't try this game. But I don't think I would have gravitated towards it. I'm not a fighter games sort of person.
Okay.
I like combat if it's sprinkled in like an RPG style game, as long as there's other content. But like just 1v1 fighting and then more 1v1 fighting has never appealed to me. Even the better fighting games have always been like, it's funny for a little bit, maybe when your friends come over to just button mash for a bit. But I've never, I could be try hard with games, don't get me wrong, but I've just never had the urge to get try hard at those type of games and learn the combos or anything. I've just never really felt like I wanted to. It's too repetitive for me, I think.
I have to be in some games I love like that, and some games I don't. And I suppose it depends how well it's presented, as Dave was saying. And if this is only a multiplayer thing only at the moment, that's not going to grab me.
Yeah. Like I went to a Tekken event recently, and I was surprised about that. Like again, I'm not a fighting game person, but that was I actually did enjoy that. I probably wouldn't have played it for that long, but like, the graphics were crazy, and the moves were really fun, and the characters were cool. So it kind of it pulled me in a lot more than normal fighting games. But I did enjoy that one, to be fair.
Yeah, there are some good ones out there. Look, Street Fighter 6 last year was amazing. Tekken this year was amazing. The new Mortal Kombat. Anyway, we won't say much about that. But anyway, so what do you reckon this got? We'll start with you, Tiggy. What do you reckon this got? Chat, if you haven't got your scores in, do it now, please.
6.
Go for a 6. Okay, that's fair enough. Dave, what say you?
I'm going to go for a 5.5.
5.5. Okay, there's two other people who have also said 5.5, so that's interesting. Kylie said 6. I didn't enjoy this one. You played this, didn't you, Kylie, at WASD? Unresponsive says 7. Carla says a 5. Any more, folks? Get your scores in. This is Die by the Blade, which came out last Thursday. He's on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S, and 1, and PC. And if there is no more guesses, oh, you did, and you felt it was unfinished. There you go. There you go. And that was what, 4 weeks ago? WASD was what, 4 weeks ago now? So that's a bit worrying. Manic says a 7. Flame says a 7. And if there's no more, I can tell you that this gets a very average 5.5 out of 10.
God damn it.
Finally got one.
Dave got one. So there you go. Gozzo got it right. Danker's on it 4 for 4 tonight. Danker's 4 for 4. There you go. He said maybe they should have done early access. Is Danker cheating? I don't think he is, because you know
can't
what?
really cheat, can you?
It's an average score.
Average.
I mean, you can look up reviews on Google and the internet, but you still ain't going to get them right. And there was one week Danker didn't get any right, so it just goes to show. But there you go. So congratulations. Now, for those who don't know or not seen the show before, Dave is not actually a streamer, so we can't give him a shout out in the chat. I mean, you lot can by doing exclamation Dave, and it shouts Dave in the chat. But we have to give Dave a different way of a shout. So how would you like your shout out, Dave?
You can do a bit of spinning on the chair, mate.
Spinning on the chair. All right, then. Okay. And while they're doing that, we'll put that up. Thank you, Nightbot. You ready?
Go for it.
Dave!
Beautifully done.
Thank you. There you go. Have to see if you can get a few more right.
I would spin, but I will destroy my setup if I try that. There's too much crap in this room.
It's really weird because this obviously I used to have quite a big studio, so I could jump up and down like an idiot and run around, and then I'm condensed. I'm in between places. I say in between. I've been stuck here for a year, so I'm still trying to find a new place. But I cannot leave and literally swing a cat around here. I'm not condoning swinging a cat. Okay, just saying. There you go. But yeah, it's difficult. So about spinning on the chair is about as good as it gets. But there you go. You can tell Danker when Danker gets paid, it's the weeks he can afford to bribe Mag and get all the answers. That is not true. That is not true. I can swing many cats around here. There you go. Just don't be swinging chihuahuas. I would be deeply offended because I love my chihuahuas. So there you go.
Go get my cats if you want.
No, please don't. They might try and jump out the window. We already said about that. We don't want that.
Nope.
Oh my god. Oh my god. talking of more gaming news and PlayStation stuff, it's been announced that in the last quarter, so we're talking January to the end of March 2024, PlayStation 5 has outsold Xbox Series X and S 5 consoles to 1. So for every 1 console, Xbox console that's sold, 5 PlayStation are bought. They're basically saying, though, it is their weakest quarter. Sony have said it's their weakest quarter. So they've only, this is what I love, they've only sold 4.5 million consoles between January and March. Only.
Holy crap.
Which is down from 6.5 million consoles from October to December. But you've got to remember, it's Christmas and people buy consoles for Christmas presents. So come on, you know. So only 2 million down from that. But yeah, 4.5 million PlayStation 5s were sold around the world in the last quarter. But what's interesting is Microsoft has said that they didn't say how many were sold because they clearly don't want to say because they're not done as well. But they have said that their easy for me to say, console sales were actually down overall by 38%. 38% from what? I don't know, but they said 38%. So we've been talking about this a lot. We know that Sony has been doing really well. And the fact that they're going there might be a mid-gen refresh with a PS5 Pro and an Xbox Series X, One X, SS, XXXX, or whatever they want to bloody call it. But what do we... Yeah, it is pretty obvious. PlayStation have won this generation of consoles, isn't it? We kind of knew that. Yeah.
I think perhaps Microsoft's still suffering from all the bad PR from the Xbox One generation.
Yeah.
TV crap that they came out with initially and just completely fucked things over at the start, and Sony just took over from there with the PS4, and then all the people with PS4s, they've got digital libraries on there probably they want to keep using, so they'll move on to PS5 as and when they can. Plus, I mean, PlayStation, it's got the better franchises, no question about that. It's got the better franchises that sell big numbers. Microsoft's franchises aren't quite what they used to be. Halo is nowhere near what it was in the original trilogy days on the Xbox 360. Gears of War, you could argue as well, is a bit meh these days.
Yeah, that's gone a bit. Yeah.
And even stuff like Hellblade 2 that we're talking about in a bit, that ain't a system seller. That's not going to shift that many at all. And some of the other stuff they've got coming out, which they've finally got some more games coming out this year. Again, you could argue some of that stuff isn't that big. Like that Avowed that's coming out, it's going to be a bit like sort of Skyrim, that style of RPG. Yeah. It's still a new franchise that probably a lot of people won't pay a huge amount of attention to. Perhaps.
Well, it's funny
how it does.
Yeah, I mean they did that big unveil. What was it in February of it? And I've got absolutely no interest in it. And I'm a big Xbox fanboy, and I'm just like, nah.
Yeah.
But
sorry. I just think they also had that problem at launch where they didn't actually have any games to really sell with the Series X because Halo got its year-long delay.
Yeah.
Whereas Sony had exclusives for the PlayStation 5. You had the Demon Souls remake on there. Miles Morales was on there as well, better version, even though it was on the PS4. But they had stuff on there, to go out with it, to sell it. Series X didn't. So you kind of got that, and you were like, I'm just playing the same games I was playing the day before on my previous consoles.
I think this is the thing. I mean, we're going to talk a little bit about Hellblade later on in the show, but I think the biggest problem you got here is, as you said, we've had a lot of quality exclusives for PlayStation 5 since it came out in 2020. I can't think of any really, really good quality AAA stuff that's come out there. There's been some great indie stuff. So my hat's off to Xbox for that. But they've got their showcase on, what is it, June the 9th or June the 10th, part of Summer Games Fest. And they're really going to have to pull something out of the bag because the only 2 big exclusives they had last year, which Starfield, which was massively average, and the new Forza Motorsport, which didn't light up the world. Perfectly good racing game, but so what? I've already forgotten about that. Yeah. So we'll have to see. So they'll have to pull out something special. And this is someone, I think it was Unresponsive Assassin said, I think that's why they're pushing Xbox games onto other platforms like Switch and PlayStation. I'm really happy that Sea of Thieves is on PlayStation. I am really happy because I love Sea of Thieves. And it means more people can play it because that is a great game. But it came out 6 years ago, Microsoft. 6 years ago that game came out, okay? Do something. There you go. Did I say that? I don't know. Maybe someone else said it. I apologize. Any other thoughts, Tiggy, on this?
I mean, I've always been, if we're doing the console wars, PC's the best. But if we're doing the console wars, I've always been more of like a PlayStation fangirl. Sorry. But I don't know if it's like, I mean, I guess I'm all about VR, but there's just not really any point buying an actual Xbox console, is there? I mean, you can play. There's literally an app, the Xbox Game Pass app, in like the Quest VR headset. You can use like any controller. It doesn't have to be like an Xbox controller. It's just like a Bluetooth enabled controller, and you can sit there in your own little world. You don't need the console. You don't need a TV, a monitor with you or anything, and just whack your headset on, get your controller, and play your Xbox Game Pass games. And you get loads of games in Xbox Game Pass. So like, I don't know, why would you ever need to? Just realize this isn't plugged in. Why would you ever need to buy an Xbox console now?
I know. It's one of those
invest
things.
in a Quest. You can do so much more. You can play all the VR games as well.
Dan said I bought a Steam Deck this gen rather than an Xbox Series X and S. There you go. Probably a very good buy. Well, Microsoft were busy being taken to court over monopolies while PS bought out a load of PS exclusives. See, it was a diversion tactic. We'll take them to court, keep Microsoft busy, and then Sony will get all the exclusives out. Great ploy. So there you go. She really is a VR streamer. She has a VR.
Mate, I have multiple VRs around. There's some up there, there's one down there, there's one on the desk. I have too many VR headsets, if that's even possible.
Is that
it's a good problem to have.
There's one I've not even unboxed behind the green screen. It's just getting out of hand. Stop sending me VR headsets, please.
But you're a VR streamer. Can you imagine that? They're like, right, Tiggy, so we're going to send you the latest piece of tech, but it's not VR. You'd be like, oh, so what?
VR though.
Yeah,
everything should be
VR. Give me VR.
Future.
So there you go. If there's any people on this stream that want to give VR equipment, give it to Tiggy. If it's not VR, she's not
You'd
interested.
You'd be surprised the amount of stuff I've given to my friends.
Oh wow. Okay. There you go.
I'm just taking away, especially gaming chairs. Oh my goodness, they take up so much space. We've got 2 gaming chairs just in the shed. I'm not joking. It's insane. I don't know what to do with them anymore.
You don't want to raffle them as prizes, do you? For timeless, by any chance?
Maybe. We literally have one upstairs as well. This one. See this one? I have an unboxed version of it, still in its box. Another one of these.
Jesus Christ! What
brand is this? Thunder DX3. They're owned by Nokia. They're a memory phone.
Ooh!
Give you one of these.
Swanky. There you go. I can stand up for Tiggy giving stuff to people. There you go. But it's all right. No, it's all good. It's I'd be the most naughtiest. Imagine receiving tech from Victoria's Secret. That's not this kind of stream, Manic. God, 32 games to play before you die time. Yes, here we go. Right, let's move swiftly on before we start talking about other things that people are going to give people, and it's nothing to do with gaming stuff. We went to one of those gadget shops and bought one of those cheap posters that allegedly says this is 100 games that you should play before you die. Allegedly. We've had some fantastic games. I'm being sarcastic, by the way, on some of them. Like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Tomb Raider, Time Crisis 2, Donkey Kong Country 2, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, The Last of Us, Super Smash Bros. Melee, House of the Dead 2, Uncharted 2, Space Invaders, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and Super Mario World, to name but a few. I think all of those ones are quite good. Candy Crush, fuck off.
How is that on there with those?
Don't even get me started.
Just a slight change in genre there.
I know, yeah. Don't even get me started. But, and Gears of War 4, which is the worst Gears of War ever. But there you go. So neither my guest or Dave or the chat knows what is next. We've literally only got 4 more of these to go, and we've done 100 of these, believe it or not. This game I could see a lot of people might have played, or a lot of people might not have played, but I think this deserves to be in here. I'm going to play the trailer. All I want chat to do is say either yes or no if you have played this game. And if we got it, we'll hopefully scratch it off this chart, hopefully. And then one day I'll hang it on a wall or burn it. One of the two. I don't know yet. We'll see. Let's have a look. Burn it. Yeah, let's burn it.
Along with the curtains.
Yeah, but no, I can't burn the fucking curtains. Anyway, I want to change the curtains. Don't get me wrong, because it looks like I'm growing weed. But there you go. Let's go with this. This is our 100 games to play before you die. Let's go with this game now.
Oh.
2, 1, go. Missile. Rocket. Missile. Riot.
There you go, folks. So Wipeout. In fact, we're going to be precise. Wipeout 2097 was the exact name of that one. And that was shot from the Sega Saturn. Remember the Sega Saturn? So the question is: there's quite a few people who've said yes. There's quite a few people who've said no. And Big Jesse said I had the demo disc on the PlayStation 1. Yes, because you could play this on the PlayStation 1. So, Tiggy, have you ever played Wipeout?
Yeah, I played the demo on PS1. It takes me back to the demo days. God, I had so many freaking discs. But you know what? I actually played Wipeout on the most. Do you remember the PS Vita? The little handheld. There was a version. There was a Wipeout. I don't know what number it was, but there was a Wipeout game on that, and I used to play that quite a bit, like when I was traveling on trains and stuff. So yeah,
got it on platinum. See, that was the thing. I love this game. I played this. Fusion, was it called Fusion?
Yeah.
There you go. Dave, did you?
I played this one, mate, on the PlayStation. Cracking game. Fantastic soundtrack to it.
I loved it. The music on this was great. All these games, the music was great.
Bangers.
Yeah. I think that deserves. This is going to get scratched off. I think this is a definite yes. And we haven't had some yeses for a couple of weeks. So, what do we reckon this is going to be? I'm going to scratch this off. Do we think it's going to be the little? I'm going to try and scratch this off. We'll see what happens. I probably should have got a better pair of scissors. Is it going to take me like an hour to scratch this off?
Haven't you got a coin to do it with?
Scratching.
Every time I do it with a coin, I fuck it up, don't I? But
I think that post is just getting too old now, isn't it?
It is. We've been doing this for
It's so
years.
bloody long.
Well, it's one of the, and you're not going to be able to see that on camera at all, but it is one of the little racing things. You know, you can't see that, but yeah, it's one of the little racing jets or cars, hover cars or whatever it is. But yeah, we are going to check some other ones because we have got 3 that have not been scratched off. So we do ask our guests if we can get this scratched off. Tiggy, have you ever played Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal? I'm not being rude.
I played a Ratchet and Clank game, but I wouldn't know which one it was.
Okay, we'll pass on that one then.
What console was it on? If it was on PlayStation, probably.
What did we say that was? PlayStation?
I played so many PlayStation games.
I don't know. I can't remember.
I don't know which one.
Chat could find out. Let us know what that was on. It was on PS2. PS2.
Probably then.
There you go. Total War Shogun 2. No. Okay. And this one I don't think we're ever going to scratch off. Quest 64.
No.
Right. Well, we've only got...
Is that a new VR headset?
Yeah, the VR headset. We've only got 3 more to go. 3 more weeks of this. And then we've covered all 100. But the question is, are we going to scratch them all off? If you want to find out, watch more next week. There you go. And talking
a new poster.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, oh god, yeah. Do you watch? We've got a new poster. It'll have different games. It'll probably have what? And well, it did have Angry Birds, didn't it? I was going to take the nick then. Angry Birds was on there. If you do like your retro games, and you also like your modern games, you might want to. This is seamless. You might want to check out a little gaming event that myself and a couple of people that are in chat have put together in its 3rd year now. And it's called Timeless Gaming Convention, and it looks something like this. You might want to go check it out. There you go, folks. That is Timeless 2024, which is taking place on the 14th of August at Europe's largest arcade, which is Arcade Club Bury in Greater Manchester. We have got 4 floors of gaming heaven for you. As mentioned, there's over 300 retro game consoles, arcade machines to play, pinball machines, air hockey, basketball hoops, over 100 brand new arcade machines to play as well, plus a ton of gaming consoles, Xboxes, Switches, etc. All for the space of 12 hours. On top of that, we have got a indie gaming area, courtesy of our friends at Debug Magazine, so you can play latest indie games. And we've got a tabletop gaming area, courtesy of Geek Retreat Berry, so you can find out the latest games, whether you're playing a bit of Pokemon or a bit of Warhammer. On top of that, we've got 2 stages where we have got tons of, and we'll scroll down here, tons of stuff that you can play. We've got a challenge stage where you can play some fantastic competitions. Ben, who's in the chat, has got his new game Bullion, which is out now. We'll be doing a special Bullion competition on that stage. And we've got the wonderful MZ Lee, who is an official Ubisoft creator and features in the game Just Dance 2024. And she will be hosting our official Just Dance 2024 competition on that very stage. We have a ton of other retro game challenges and new modern game challenges to announce, but we also have a main stage where we have a ton of Q&A sessions, keynote speeches, and some gaming quizzes. We have DJ Slope coming back doing his gaming quiz, so you can take part of that on the main stage. We have Ashens doing a keynote. We have our Gaming Legends panel, where we have got Ross Jagenza, who's worked on Helldivers 2, Cyberpunk, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Gears of War, Team Sonic Racing. We have Graham Norgate, who worked on GoldenEye, Diddy Kong Racing, and most recently Dead Island 2. We have got Ross. No, we haven't. We've got Alex Trowers. I've already said Ross. Alex Trowers, who worked for Bullfrog and EA, worked on such games as Theme Park, Theme Hospital, Syndicate, most recently Gang Beasts, which I absolutely adore that game. And we've got a ton of other stuff. We have got a fabulous content creator panel, which the wonderful Tigress X Tiggy is part of. She will be on stage along with Games Mistress, who's coming all the way from Norway. We've got wonderful, we announced last night, we've got the wonderful Lucia, an amazing music streamer and content creator. She will be on that panel as well. We have also got Mav, we have got Sal, we've got the Phenomenal One on that panel, and we also announced that we have got our guest host, Mr. Josh Strife Hayes, the wonderful host of Session Zero D&D and a wonderful Twitch and YouTuber, will be hosting and interviewing Tiggy on said panel. He will be there as our guest host for that. As well as that, we have got the wonderful Melanin Gamers talking about diversity in streaming and content creation and what it means to be a full-time content creator. And we've got a ton of other stuff to announce, such as our cosplay competition and numerous other things. And you can go and enjoy that event for literally 20 quid. Everything I mentioned is £20. So if you want to turn up and enjoy all that, £20 for a standard ticket. There are discounts for group bookings of 5 or more. You get 10% off. Or if you want to get a VIP ticket, bit of a better experience, you can get in 1 hour earlier at 10 a.m. You can get a goodie bag. Last year's goodie bag had over 50 quid's worth of free stuff. You get a VIP lanyard and a bit of merch. You get free lunch voucher chucked in. And not only that, you can get 10% off all timeless merch and be the first in line to take part in any competitions. All you do is hold up your VIP lanyard and you can take part to win some wonderful prizes. Family ticket, 2 adults, 2 kids is 50 quid. We'll save you a tenner. Kids under 5 go free. And if you are a lone parent and you want to bring a kid along, it's only 30 quid. Means you don't have to buy a family ticket. And if you want to get bigger discounts, check out for our special offers that we put out. But we have some wonderful people that offer discounts, such as Tigress X, who's down below me. You can get 15% off all tickets by using code. Yes.
She's I forgot about that.
Yeah, she's like, don't say that. You're not supposed to say you forgot about it. But anyway.
No, it's good. It means I can do another tweet about it.
There you go. Do it. That's fine. I knew you have tweeted about it. I'm not knocking you for it. It's all good.
Tweet it again.
Yeah, do tweet again. There you go.
Tell my close community friends. Yeah.
Do it.
I mean, when you originally told me about it, it just felt so far away. Yeah. But now, it'll be here in no time.
It's literally, how many days is it, Dan? Dan always does a countdown of how many days it is. Like, we are literally talking, like it's less than, 90 days now, I think. Something crazy. But yeah, go check it out. We've got all that, the competitions, the panels, all the other games you can play, absolutely free. We've got merch stands, 85 days to go. Oh, my lordy lord. Plus, we've got stands. We've got games you can buy, plushies, Funko Pops, clothing, jewelry, D&D dice, D&D games. We've got tons of stuff you can buy. And we haven't finished announcing stuff yet. Go check out the website. It literally has every single thing we've announced from Lucia, Josh, Alex Trowers, Kid Heart Collectibles, Melanin Gamers, Bullion, Phenomenal One, Miss Frog, Enhanced Aim, DJ Slopes, Cosplay Competition, Ashens, Mav, Graham Norgate, Ross Jagenza, Sal, MZ, Light Gun Gaming, Gambit Gaming. Oh, look who it is.
It's me.
Sega Mags, Retro Gaming Revival are there, and the Gamer Guide, who are our wonderful partners who are running the Content Creator Lounge, which is our first ever Content Creator Lounge. There you go. Lecoq. Hello, Lecoq. How you doing? Will there be Twinkle? It's good to see you, mate. Lecoq is also someone you can get 15% off. But for purposes tonight, get your discount off Tigress X. There you go. There you go. So you go. Great reason to enjoy one of the best gaming events of the summer. Now that, unfortunately, Insomnia has died on its arse. And I'm not saying that to be a cheeky arsehole. It is really sad what's happened to Insomnia. And my heart goes out to everyone who lost their jobs. So if there is a gap and you're thinking, well, what can I go to? You can either go to this or go to Format in September in Liverpool, because our mates at Format, we love Format as well. So go support little gaming events, because there's not many big gaming events left. So go support that. And our friends at Knott's Video Game Expo as well in July. Go support little things. I'm a cheeky arsehole. I'm a cheeky arsehole. I don't care. There you go. Speaking of other events, I'm going to very quickly mention this. Some of you may have noticed that Muggins here, in his infinite wisdom, decided he didn't have enough on his plate with running a whole gaming convention and also doing Twitch and other things and going around on tour and doing other stupid things, but also decided he's going to run the official Twitch Manchester meetups for Twitch, and took it over from the lovely people at Arcade Club literally just a couple of months ago. The tickets have gone live. If you wish to attend, there is a link. Emails have gone out to all Twitch streamers. The tickets are free. There are 75 free tickets to get, which means you get to go to Arcade Club for free for the evening. It's apparently the prices are going up to £18 from June. So it's going up to 18 quid. They're putting up the price by £1. But you'll get a bag of Twitch swag, free merch. We're going to do a live stream on Friday the 21st from the venue. And we'll probably have wonderful people up talking to us on stage. And we'll be running some competitions and some games. And basically, fingers crossed, we will be on the front page of Twitch when we stream it. We hope. So there you go. If you want details, it is in my Discord, it is on my Twitter. There are other people that are helping with the event, like Kelp Brenny is also posted out. There are 75 free tickets. There is a waiting list, so if the 75 free tickets go, we may be able to get more free tickets. I just have to negotiate that with Twitch, but they did say that might be a possibility. So we will see. But that is Friday, the 21st of June, which is the week before TwitchCon. That's why we're doing it. So there you go. There end the pluggy plug bit. Can we do some more games? Because I'm knackered after that. I need a breather.
Go for it, mate. Give you a
rest. This next game looks very obscure. This came out last Thursday. Is on Switch and PC. And I hope I get the name of this right. So apologies if I got it. But I believe it's Lovelei, but not as in with a Y, with an EI. Lovelei and the Laser Eyes. Let's have a look at the trailer. Oh, no, it's Lovelei. So I was
going to say that sounds wrong.
Yeah, it's Lovelei and the Laser. I was bound to fuck up. So here we go. Here's the trailer. I'm just going to wallow in my misery. Here we go. That is the Lovelei and the Laser Eyes. See what I did there? Trying to cover up for my terrible mistakes. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this one, please.
Yeah, the general premise for this one is a woman's been summoned to this mysterious sort of manor house by the owner, and when you get there, it's puzzle after puzzle after puzzle that you've got to solve to try and find out why you've been summoned there. So, whilst it kind of looked like a bit of a sort of survival horror when I first looked like a trailer for it, with the sort of static sort of camera angles, like a bit of an old school like Resident Evil style survival horror, but it is just puzzles though. If you think of something like The Witness, is probably like the best example I can think of. Then if you remember that game where it was just a lot of puzzles on an island that you had to solve, that was what that was. This kind of looks like this very similar sort of thing. All these puzzles to solve. So you've got to be a fan of puzzle stuff to I think really get into this one. So it's not going to be for everybody. But I say it looks all right. I can't say it's one that I'd rush out and buy. But I don't know. Maybe if it pops on Game Pass or saw it in a sale. Yeah,
I'm kind of divided on this one because I do like games like this, but then I'm also kind of like, I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I usually enjoy it to a point. I mean, with The Witness, I really enjoyed it to begin with. Then I just kind of got to a point where the puzzle stopped making any sense to me. And at that point, I just hated it and never finished it. So I don't know. You might be the same with this one. It might be great to begin with, but then you just get saturated with too many puzzles. Yeah. Just like, fuck it.
If it's a puzzle game that goes off the rails, I probably won't enjoy it because I won't understand the puzzles because me not that clever.
You struggle with English there, you and puzzles.
Yeah, I couldn't even pronounce Lovelei, so that was a good start. Tiddy, what do you reckon to this?
I do love puzzles, don't get me wrong, but it kind of has to be sprinkled into like a much bigger game. I feel like this is like too many puzzles. I don't know. I even played a VR game recently, which it was kind of the same sort of thing. It started off like kind of escape roomy, and there was like a bunch of puzzles. Like, oh, this is sick, and then it was more puzzles, and then it was more puzzles, then it was more. I was like, I'm never escaping this mansion. Like it was like every room was an escape room, and I was like, I don't have the patience for this. I'm done.
It's a tricky one. I don't know. Must have been the right frame. I mean, Keltbrenny just says seems like a puzzle to get the right score. There you go. 7.5 says Keltbrenny. Chat, get your scores in now. 8 says Kylie. 9.5 says Jenny. Danke says, oh, do love VR escape rooms. There you go. Gozzo says a 9. Danke says a 9 on this one. Okay. He wasn't sure. He's going between 8.5 and a 9. Unresponsive says, I think a 6.5. Ben says a 6.5. Flame says a 7. Dave says a 7.5. Dave, what say you? We'll start with you on this one.
I'm going to go for an 8.
Go for an 8. Okay. You can call me Ass, by the way. Why would I call you Ass?
That's his name.
Oh, just call. Oh, because of
like
the
literally. Yeah, his name's Jasper. Everyone calls him Ass.
Ass.
Jasper. Ass.
I don't know how I feel about that because
like we literally call him that in real life.
I just feel like I'm dissing him.
No, it's fine. He is an ass. It works.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But it sounds bad if I go nice ass. It doesn't work, but there you go. I hope it does better than this. Ass isn't a diss. Okay. If you're saying that, that's fine then. Manic says a 9. It's a fact. Responds to ass. There you go. To be fair, it is pretty nice.
Oh, damn.
Ass has a nice ass. It's official. Scores. Right. I've completely lost what we were saying. Dave, what did you say?
I said an 8.
An 8. Tiggy, what do you reckon?
7.
7. Okay. Last chance, folks. This is Lovelei and the Laser Eyes, which came out last Thursday on Nintendo Switch and PC. And if there are no more scores, this got... Oh, hang on. I said you could say this is anywhere between 1 and 10, and I believe you. 8.5. Well, you're still wrong because it got a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got a 9 out of 10. Damn. So there you go. So apparently it's really good. So
I feel like only a specific type of person would buy that game, though, and they're going to like it. So
I think that's the thing. It depends.
Kind of makes sense, really.
See, I probably wouldn't give it a 9 out of 10, but, But again, it depends on who's reviewed it and who likes it. If they're gone, hey, we've got a puzzle game to review right here, and all the people of puzzle games have gone and reviewed it.
Yeah.
Probably going to go there.
Exactly. They'll be like, oh, yeah, puzzles. I live for puzzles, me.
There you go. Yeah, we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, moving on to some games that have come out today. This is probably the biggest one that's come out today. As we said, I would say it's a bit of a fuss on Xbox and Game Pass, but for the fact that Microsoft haven't even advertised it until today. This is a sequel to Senua's Saga. I think
I did only hear about this today, so
I did. Yeah, this is the thing. Funny enough, we
probably
talked
right.
about this a couple of weeks ago that they had a marketing budget for 2 weeks prior to the game's release. Nobody saw anything until today.
So I heard about it today, right? And then I
Yeah.
clicked on your stream when it was loading up, and I got
Yeah.
an ad for it.
There you go.
Finally,
That's
the
a well
advertising
spent
pays.
budget, Microsoft. Well spent budget. But there you go. I saw it Reddit only. There you go. Sounds like an indie game marketing. I know. But yeah, folks, this came out today on PC, Xbox Series X and S, and is free on Game Pass. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Potentially the best looking game you will ever see on an Xbox at this moment in time.
I can remember times when it used to be warmer, lying inside the body of my mother. I'm a child with an animal soul. I don't belong here, I don't belong anywhere. As I am running around looking for every answer, moving across my mind like a beautiful dancer. Oh, I am here to tear what makes me hollow. In a world of hate, we are forced to swallow. I'm a child with an animal soul. I don't belong here, I don't belong anywhere.
There you go, folks. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Unpopular opinion, I didn't like the first game. I know it got a lot of awards and loads of people praised it. I thought it was a pretty average game, but I felt that the story was very good and what they tried to do. It's very good. I don't want to spoil it if people haven't played it. So I'm quite intrigued to try this. I will be streaming this, but I've decided not to stream this for at least another 2 weeks. I'm not going to be playing this until a week on Monday, just because there's other games that I want to try out. So I want to see whether this wins me over or not. So it'd be an interesting one. Carla said the first Hellblade was a very good game, but you needed to play it with a headset. See, that was the thing. And I did like that. And I think the audio design and everything with the voices in her head was amazing. But as a game, I just thought it was so average. But that's only my opinion. And my opinion does not count on this show. Maybe. Dave, tell us about this and this sequel, because it's been quite a few years since the first game, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, it's been about has it been 5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
It's been quite a while that they've been putting this one together, and it continues pretty soon after the events of the first game. So Senua's come back from the realm of hell, and in this one she's going to Iceland. I think she's going there to try and kill the people who came and destroyed her village and various people that she knew. So she's gone to exact revenge on them. It does look very visually stunning. I think for everything you've seen of it, it looks absolutely gorgeous. So yeah. I'm going to try it on PC because I'll be able to push it up even higher than it can go on the Xbox. See how it handles. See if the PC can take it. But from what I've been reading, I've seen some really good reviews for it. I've seen some average reviews for it. So it's not like a complete home run. Microsoft, the sound of it, and it sounds very much like the first game. So I think if you had problems with what the first game was doing gameplay wise, there's not going to be a single thing here to change your mind. It's got the really cool graphics. It's still got the really good stuff with the headphones, the way they do the audio, the psychosis. That's still meant to be absolutely fantastic. But gameplay wise, it's still the same sort of thing. You've got your sections where you're walking through the nice areas, then you got one-on-one fights, which I think have been simplified a little bit from the first game. so that there's no way you can have like another enemy who you can't see behind you attack you like you could in the first game, because apparently that was the problem. They are just one-on-one fights. Take someone out, someone else come in to replace them, and then in between that you've got those same sort of visual puzzles that you got to solve. You know, find things in the environment to sort of make up a symbol. It's things like that, and apparently it's only about 5-6 hours roughly to play through.
Okay,
so I think it's shorter than the first game.
Yeah.
So it kind of sounds like it's probably worth firing up on Game Pass if you got it to experience it. Marvel at the graphics, but I don't think it sounds like it's anything particularly remarkable as a game.
God, I was really hoping I was going to like this. I'll save my judgment until we do the stream, but I've got a horrible feeling I'm not going to enjoy this. I don't know why, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I know loads of people loved it. I get why people loved it, and I get it, but I just thought mechanically as a game, it just wasn't. Anyway, but yeah. Tiggy, I'm guessing because you're a PlayStation fan, did you ever play the original? Because it did go... No, because
I literally went through a phase where I used to, I don't know why I used to do this because it was literally so much money, but I used to cover every single like AAA game that came out on PlayStation before I kind of went into the whole, I just took a different direction and went with VR. But I actually didn't play this one. So I have no clue. But like looking at the trailer, it does look like something that I would play. Yeah. But when you saying it's really short, that's one of the things that really winds me up about single player games when it's really short. I'm just like, what was the point? But if it's on Xbox, like Game Pass, then fair enough. Like it's basically free. So fair enough. I'd try it in that case. Definitely wouldn't pay a lot of money for it though. I
see. That's the thing. I probably it's good that it is on Game Pass because I wouldn't pay for money for it, and it's shorter than the first game. And if I didn't like the first game, why on earth would I part with money for it? I don't know. Tricky one. Danka asked the question: did the first game ever do any DLC or any expansions, Dave? Do you know?
I think it did. Not that I recall.
No, I wasn't aware. But chat, get your scores in. This has got quite a few different scores, so let's scroll through. Danka said an 8. Manic said an 8. Kelt Brenny said an 8 as well. Carla said a 9. Ben said an 8. Unresponsive or ass said 9.5. An unresponsive ass. Cosmo said an 8. Kylie said an 8. Ass has said 5.5 now. Changed. iQuail said 7. Jenny said 7. Flame said 8. Tiggy, what say you? What do you reckon?
8.5.
8.5. Dave?
I'll try an 8.
Going for an 8. Okay. Last chance, folks. Get your scores in now. This is Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which came out today on Xbox Series X, S, and PC. There you go. Did Mag use the phrase part with money? I didn't know he was familiar with the concept. Oh, I'm a tight ass. Okay. But there you go. Anyway, if there are no more guesses, I can tell you that this got 8 out of 10 on average. And Tiggy's like, God damn it, another point.
Well, I did think it, but I was like, no, I want to be different. I don't want to be the same. I always have to be slightly different. I don't know. It's a thing.
There you go. There's quite a lot of people that got it right.
Exactly.
All that right. Well
I don't
done.
want to be one of 10 people that got it right.
You're just like, damn it. Okay. Want to be different. Can we just appreciate that everything Tiggy takes a sip, her head disappears?
You're not British if you don't have a ginormous mug. Like it replaced like the Sports Direct mugs. You know which ones I mean? I was like, but it sucks. It says Sports Direct on it, but it's the best size. Do you get it? Do you get it? I'm kind of a big deal. So funny.
Oh dear, Dave, you got it right. It doesn't say Sports Direct, so it doesn't count.
But this was even bigger than the Sports Direct mug. I've moved up in the world since then.
There you go. Kylie says, I love my Sports Direct mug. There you go.
Yeah, and this is even better, but Sports Direct mugs are still 10 out of 10, but they're not very pretty, are they?
No. Kylie's like, bigger?
When I bought it, I got 2. There was like this one, and there was something that said like Big Boss on it or something like that. And I took them to the till, and the lady went, Jesus, I could have a bath in that. And I was like, okay.
Hey, that could be it. No, actually, that's wrong. I was going to say that could be a stream idea. See if we can actually have people having baths in these giant cups. But that might be taking the whole way.
That could be one of your sub goals, mate. It could be sub goal.
Sub goal. Can we sit in a giant cup and have a bath? We'll see. There you
Yes.
go. You can wash 1 foot at a time. There you go.
Probably.
One hand at a time.
Probably
There you go.
both, honestly. Like,
Yeah. Oh my life.
that's
Yeah.
fucking massive.
2 hands at a time. If you got 2,
Yeah.
there you go. It'd be like Twister. 1 hand in each, and then another 2 mugs. You put your feet in it, and then just a bucket. Stick your head in it, and there you go. Bam.
Easy.
Done. Easy. Mac, I am so small I can fit in a normal sized teacup. Thanks, Jesse. Manic says I got a cute, adorable cat mug that I got from Sainsbury's. It's about £2. Sell the
But is it
water
huge?
for extra money, says Ass. No
New
one's gonna.
business venture.
No one's gonna pay for my bathwater. For fuck's sake. Anyway, Dave, how do you want your shout out? Because you got that one right. That's your second one of the night.
Not doing too bad. At least I got
2 out of 6.
Yeah. At least I got something.
2
I'll say
more,
what for this one. Let's say your knees are holding up. Go behind the chair. See if you can make it back up again.
I knew you were going to say that. Right, you ready?
Yep.
Oh, that didn't feel good. I can say that now. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Dave!
Very nice.
Jesus Christ, my legs went crack.
You'll have to start warming up before that, won't you?
I do. I need to stretch and all that malarkey. Oh, dear. Anyway, moving on to the news. Now, funnily enough, we were talking about GTA, the fact that GTA 5 seems to have lived for a very long time. And Take-Two have kind of given us a rough idea when GTA 6 is going to land. Now, obviously, the GTA 6 trailer. Thank you for the stretch. I shouldn't have the redeems on. I don't know why I left them on, but never mind. They can stay on. If I don't do any of them, just refund the points. Mods, I should have turned all the redeems off. I don't know why. Anyway, GTA 6 trailer was one of the fastest watched and most viewed trailers on YouTube in the history of YouTube in the first 24 hours. And now Take-Two said, we're going to get GTA 6 in 2025. And now they've said, we're going to get GTA 6 in the autumn of 2025. So we can expect it any time from sort of early September through to the back end of October, because Americans class November as part of the holiday Christmas period. So autumn for them is only 2 months. So we will have to see. What do we reckon? Because some people are saying, I think it'll get pushed back. But then they put out a statement to say that they are highly confident that it will come out for autumn 2025. So the question is, do we think it'll come out in autumn 2025?
I certainly hope so, because we've been waiting a hell of a long time for this one, haven't we?
Yeah.
Nothing's been quick about following at number 5. So yeah, I hope so, but I hope they don't, overwork the staff too much.
That's what Ben said. He said, God, I pity the poor devs and testers.
Yeah, I'd rather give the staff, a reasonable work-life balance, and we just, if we have to wait a little bit longer, we have to wait a little bit longer. But they've been working on this for years, so it would be nice if it does come out, autumn next year. And I can imagine as well now. Since that's been said, there's probably a load of other game publishers are out there going, shit, leave our game somewhere else.
Yeah.
This one is just going to dominate when it comes out, isn't it?
Of course
that
it
way
is.
for this one is going to off the
It's one of the few I'll actually spend the money on.
Yeah. So
This
this
is
is going to just dominate for ages, isn't it? So I think a lot of stuff is going to get moved around. Try and avoid it.
Jesus, Jesse. Make me sound like a slave driver. Yeah, still can't speak. A slave driver. Yeah. You get back to
I'll get you
work.
some English lessons for your birthday.
There you go. I know. Yeah. Can I? Yeah. Elocution lessons. I'll be walking around with a book on my head. Hello, James. How you doing? Draco, good to see you. Welcome back. Mag drives my slave all the time. Okay. Words are hard. They are. Good to see you again. What do you reckon, Ziggy? Do you think it will land for autumn? Do you think they've got that right?
I mean, if they're saying they're confident, why not? It's been long enough, like you said. It's been a long ass time. I don't know how people still play GTA 5, to be honest. I know it's good. I know the roleplay things are good and everything, but I don't know how they still play it.
I know. Again, unpopular opinion, I'm not a big fan of GTA 5. I
liked it. I did like it, but it was more when it first came out, and everybody was playing it.
Never got into the multiplayer.
I'm sure the roleplay is great, to be fair.
I see a lot of people doing the role play and they love it. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I get why they do it.
I've never
So,
looked into that side, but
Yeah.
it certainly sounds
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah, there's some really good streamers that do the role play. It's quite
Yeah.
funny. It's
As
like
long as you
watching.
make it entertaining,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
but I don't think I'd be able to play it still after all this time.
Yeah, it depends how receptive the dev team is to threats of being tasered while working on it. Damn. Hello, Tunesy. How you doing, mate? 5 was okay, but the RP side of things is what kept me busy. There you go. Well, I love some role play, but not in GTA. Well, there you go. I'm not going to ask where. I had it in my Epic back catalogue. Oh, the backlog. When it comes to that, it's literally results with mods, not like real in-game stuff. But yeah, there's some good streamers actually do good role plays. But Sally, that's all because of mods. Sadly, that's all because of mods and modded servers. True. I don't know how it sells so many copies. Surely, like everyone in the world owns it now. I don't. That's probably waiting for me to buy it, and then they'll shut it down.
How?
Yeah.
How?
Again, it came to Game Pass twice, and I played a little bit of it. And
Okay.
it's not my thing. It's not my thing. I play games that are not always popular. I don't play any of the COD games. I don't.
Not anymore. I used to. That used to be my main content at one point, which is crazy when you think about it.
It's nuts.
I was like, this game's popular, therefore this is
shall
all
play.
I'm gonna play. And it was like I was just torturing myself. Like, what was the why? Why did I do that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Every
you should.
freaking year it was the same shit.
Well, that's the thing, and we are going to talk some Call of Duty a little bit later on in the
True.
show. Very quickly.
True.
Oh God, let's crack on because we've got 2 more games to play. This also came out today, and as previously mentioned, I'm streaming this on Monday. My copy turned up today. I got a free copy courtesy of my friends at Deep Silver
Damn.
on Xbox, and then they emailed me today to say, "Would you like another copy?" So I will be
Yes,
streaming this on Monday night, and we will be giving away a game key for the Xbox Series XS and Xbox One version. Yes, believe it or not, I do have friends. Not many though. And I will be giving that away on Monday during the stream. So if you want to tune in on Monday, do that. If you also want free stuff, I'm giving away 2 free copies of Sniper Elite 5 on Friday night because it is Sniper Elite 5's second birthday on Sunday. So we're doing a stream on that Friday. So I'm giving away a couple of copies of that. Thanks to my other friends at Rebellion. Jesse, you do count, even though you're being nasty to me.
I need more friends, apparently.
Yeah. I'll introduce you, don't you worry.
Yay.
So, this, folks, we talked about this a year ago on the show because it came out on PC a year ago, like May the 30th it came out. But now it's finally made its way onto consoles on Xbox Series X, S1, PS4 and PS5. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the System Shock remake. Let's have a look at this.
Remember, gentlemen, what I say stays here. You cooperate and I'll give you the implant you tried to steal.
Welcome to my death machine.
Not bad. I may have other work for you once this is over.
So there you go, folks. System Shock now comes to PlayStation and Xbox, and the remake of the classic game. Tell us a little bit more, Dave.
Yes, this is a remake of the original System Shock that was out decades ago. If you go back to that version, it looks very, very, very dated. So they've brought it up to date, tried to sort of keep it, playing it sort of as it was. So it's very much a sort of hands-off type of game. It doesn't really give you too many clues of what you need to do. So you've got to sort of keep your eye on where you go on the map. Keep track of what's been said, like emails or voice messages that you pick up to help you sort of find your way around. Pick up door codes and stuff like that. The character you're playing is a hacker who was hired to remove the ethical constraints of the AI that's running Citadel space station, you get double crossed by the person who hired you, and you end up on Citadel station, which is gone completely to shit since you took the ethical constraints off the AI. It's got a bit mad. Certain people and some mutants and robots and such. You got to try and find a way to defeat it and escape. Now, as you mentioned, it was out on PC last year. I did play it around Christmas. Played a good few hours of it. It's a really good remake. Plays really well. They've added some more improvements to the PC version. I think last month, which are in the console version. So since it came to console, they had to finish adding all the full controller support. So you can play it properly on a controller now, which you couldn't originally on the PC. You could do most stuff on it, but not everything. But it's now got full controller support, and they've actually sort of reworked the way that the ending section plays. So it's apparently a lot smoother, a lot better than it was originally on the release that came out last year. So this is just a good version to get. Now it's out for the consoles. More people get to experience it.
I'm looking forward to playing this on Monday. As soon as this came out last year, I wanted to get my hands on it, and now it was announced for consoles. I waited, so I was like, "Yep, I want this." And now I have it. Smug mode. Tiggy, your thoughts on this one?
I haven't played the new one, but I actually did play the old one, and I don't know why, but the main thing I remember of this is one of my friends who is just a big baby, wouldn't play it. I remember we tried to play it at my house, and they wouldn't play it because they were like, it's too scary. And I was like, it's not even that scary of a game though. But that's the main thing I remember of this game. It was like, no, it's too spooky. I don't like it. I was like, okay. But yeah, I remember it vaguely. It was a very long time ago.
Yeah. 1994, apparently, the original game
launched.
Damn. So there you go. Wow. But yeah, I do remember it. But yeah, I don't think the original was scary. I wonder whether
That's what I mean. It wasn't that scary, was it? I don't understand. I was like, really? It's not that scary, but sure.
Is it scary now, Dave? Because you've played it on PC.
No, I wouldn't say it's like, jump scare, horror scary. It's got more of a sort of, atmosphere to it. Unsettling atmosphere to it.
It wins for that. Wow, your show producer was -9. Ha! There you go. Wow, there you go. Well, it was a dark, scary-ish game for that time. There you go.
I guess so. There wasn't really that much stuff like it, I suppose. But I've always loved spooky shit, so I was like, you're a baby.
I'm going to look forward to this. I enjoyed the original. I'm going to love this. I can say that now. So let's get your scores in. If you haven't already got your scores in, and if you've only just joined us, if you put a score in the chat between 0 and 10, what you think this got reviewed at as an average, you might get a shout out in the channel. Dave, we'll start with you on this one for our penultimate.
I'm going to go for an 8 for this one.
Going for an 8 out of 10. Okay. Tiggy?
7.5.
7.5. Okay. All right. I like this. It's always like,
I always have to have something different. If he says the same thing I was thinking, I'm like, well, I just instantly change it. I refuse to choose the same thing.
Tiggy most loves Phasmophobia then. There you go.
I mean, it's a lot more scary in VR than it is on desktop.
There you go. Flame says a 9. Iquel says an 8. Draco, I can't give you that score because it's out of 10. But he's giving it 11. I can't even score that. So give me a score out of 10, and we can both possibly give you a shout out if you get it right. Iquel says an 8. Last chance, folks. This is the System Shock remake. It's already available on PC. It's been out a year, but now it's on Xbox Series X, S1, PS4, and 5 as of today. And Draco says a 9. And on that note, I can tell you it got 8 out of 10.
So close.
So he's like, damn it. Well done to everyone who got an 8. Iquile, I know, did. Kylie got it. Well done. I think Danker's on a roll. 7 out of 8 now. Manic's got 3 right tonight so far. Well done. 1 away from a full house, so we'll have to see if you get this last one. Dave, you got this right as well. So how do you want your shout out now?
Let's get you doing the walk on from the side, mate.
Right, okay. Jenny keeps missing by 0.5 as well. So it's almost like Jenny and Tiggy as sisters, like the 0.5 club.
Well, I was going to say 8, but then I was like, he said it, and I was like, well, do I change it to 8.5 or 7.5? Either way, I would have lost. So
I
don't know. It's a me thing. I can't even order the same food as someone else because I'm like, well, what if it's bad? Then we both got a bad meal. So
okay. On that note, Dave.
Very nice.
Exclamation Dave in the chat, please. Jenny says, laugh out loud. Hi, Tiggy, my new sister. So there you go.
Sup.
What if one is good and one is bad? It just messes everything up, doesn't it?
Because that's what I mean. Then you can both share the good one.
Yeah.
That's what I do. It's a thing.
Yeah. It all makes sense. It all makes sense. And by the way, even though she hasn't got any right yet, go follow her. There's all the socials. There's a Twitch. I'm just saying. We'll do a big plug later on.
I don't need to get any right. I don't need shout outs.
She's so cool. She doesn't need to get right. That's why. That's why.
I mean, my name is on the screen. It's essentially a constant shout out.
It is. So you win. Congratulations. That's the end of the show. Yay. Everyone else loses. No, I'm joking. Okay. Our last game of the night. And yes, this is another game that featured at WASD and also features in Debug Magazine. In fact, Debug Magazine interviewed the devs live at WASD because it was one of the main panels. I was going to ask Tiggy if she played that, but she's already said she hasn't played any games at WASD. But this is a wonderful, wonderful game. This came out today on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S, and 1, Switch, and PC. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is Paper Trail.
Once upon a time, in the forgotten seaside town of Southfold, there was a crumbling old cottage, home to two old fuddy-duddy parents, and their super smart daughter, who had just been accepted into university. The problem? Well, they didn't want her to go. You see, that girl is me. And this, it's a letter, saying I'm running away. At least I was. Until the storm started. Now, I guess we're stuck here until the rain clears. So we may as well get to know each other. My name is Paige. 18 years old, astrophysicist in training. Hobbies include journaling, origami, oh, and bending the space-time continuum. But more on that later.
There you go. That is the wonderful Paper Trail, which came out today. Dave, tell us a little bit more about this. I know a lot because I sat through the whole 45-minute hour talk with the devs. Listen about this, but I'll let you tell us about this one.
This is a pretty cool looking puzzle game. Gorgeous art style it's got to it. You're played as a girl who wants to leave home to go off to university, but her parents wanted to stay, so she kind of like strikes off on an adventure on her own. As you're trying to sort of navigate yourself through the world, it's a case of trying to sort of manipulate the sort of the page, if you like, the edges of the world, the corners, to try and make new paths, solve the puzzles. There's like an underside to what you're currently looking at, and you're folding that in to make the new pass. It looks like a really cool little concept. I do like the look of it. It's a sort of puzzle game I would happily just pick up and play. Looks very, very cool.
Yeah. Tiggy, your thoughts?
I feel like I'm more likely to play this puzzle game than like the previous puzzle games we saw. It's got like a really cutesy vibe, and it's more unique. I feel like I sometimes when I'm playing puzzle games, I feel like I'm playing the same puzzle I've played in multiple other games before, and I'm like, oh yeah, here's this again, you know. Whereas that actually looks like a totally unique concept for it. So I think I would actually give that a try.
Yeah, I can't confirm, but we may be streaming it next month. Cool. Maybe it's not confirmed. But hopefully, because I fell in love with this at WASD. I'm not going to lie. I thought this was fantastic. And some people said this could be a possible Game of the Year thing. It could possibly be. And the love and work and attention that they put into this game. Yes. So there you go. So lots of people scoring. Some people saying 9. Some people saying 7.5. Some people saying 8s. Tiggy, what do you reckon this got?
Oh, you're doing it so I can't. Did he give a score yet? No, he didn't. I was thinking maybe he did and I just wasn't listening. 8.5.
8.5. Okay. Dave, what say you?
Oh,
don't copy me.
I'm gonna have to be different as well, I think.
Yeah.
I'll go for an 8.
By doing that, aren't you actually copying Tiggy by doing a different score?
Technically.
Yeah, so okay, but yeah, it's an 8. Okay, that's cool. Flame is also saying an 8. Big Jesse is saying a 9.5. Danka said you had a feeling it's in my consideration. It straight after I played it at WSD, it was like, we need to stream this. So fingers crossed, maybe next month. iQuail says a 7. Dan Game Tank says a 9. Anybody else? Get your scores in. This is Paper Trail. Came out today on PS4, 5, Xbox Series X, S1, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And if there are no more scores, I can tell you that this got an 8 out of 10.
God damn it. Going first didn't help me.
I was really hoping you were going to say an 8. And I was like, well, go first. And you went
Going first did not help me.
Yeah. I had to do a poker face because I thought I'd give it away if I went, oh, God, no. It's like,
I'm always 0.5 off.
0.58.
Always.
But that could be a new saying, it. Hey, I'm Tigress X. I'm always 0.5 off. I don't know. Could be a catchphrase. Maybe not. Maybe not. Dave, how do you want your shout out? Congratulations to everyone else got it right. And Danka got an 8 for 8 sweep. Got all 8 right tonight.
Fair
well
play.
Done. So there you go. How would you like it, Dave?
Oh, I'll tell you what, mate. Match the score. 8 spins on your chair.
Oh, fuck off. Okay. All right. God, I'm going to regret this. I shouldn't drink it. Hang on. Do you know what? Let's make it worse, shall we? Let's drink a fizzy drink before I do it. Yeah. Ready? Fucking I hate you sometimes. Dave! Ah!
That was
Jesus
7.
Christ.
Very nice. How's your head?
I only count 7 spins.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh, one more then.
I thought that was 8.
At least someone's counting.
Whoa,
See,
I can't even.
I wasn't wrong.
I can't even focus on the chat.
I paid attention to something for once.
Wow. Hello, Becca. How are you? She says, "Oh, I love those kitty ears headsets." That's one.
I mean,
yeah, thank you.
It's not the headset. I attached it to the headset.
Ah, there you go.
Same with my Quest. I attached kitty ears to everything.
Oh, I didn't realise that. That's amazing.
Yeah, my friend 3D printed them for me.
Oh, those are cool.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's really awesome. While I'm just recovering from my dizziness, we're going to talk about our last few news stories, and then some other games that are out very quickly. First thing, we mentioned COD. So allegedly, and we probably will find out on the Xbox showcase next month, that the new Call of Duty is more than likely to be coming out day one on Game Pass, and it will be the first Call of Duty to land on Game Pass. This is going to be interesting because obviously Call of Duty games always sell very well, regardless of whether they're good or not.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes 2 Call of Duty games can also be in the best-selling games of that year. So the one from the previous year and the one that came out that year, because they sell quite well. So they've announced that this game, which is going to be unveiled apparently at the Xbox showcase next month, will be on Game Pass. And likely, the rumors are, is that this will be Black Ops 6, allegedly. But it probably might not be called this.
Yeah.
But it's going to be set in the Desert Storm era of like the 90s, which is interesting because they've never covered anything like that. So, first thing, do we think, one, this is actually going to happen, that it will be on Game Pass? And 2, will it actually sell as well because it's going to be on Game Pass?
It'd be so weird. It just doesn't seem like a COD thing to do, does it?
No.
I don't know.
No, it seems like
I wouldn't buy a COD game
expensive
nowadays, though. Unless maybe like it had zombies on it. I'd quite like co-op zombies. That's pretty fun. I'd buy it just for that. But the campaigns, I think the campaigns are ass.
I mean, I'm not that excited. I mean, it's coming to Game Pass, so I might play it. It'd be the first one I've played in years, but
it could be one of those games where like your mates invite you and then everyone's just kind of got it because it's on Game Pass. So then it could potentially end up getting played because it's just something everyone has. But that's about it.
COD and Haddock, Fish Ops 8. There you go. I'm so over COD, and this must be the downfall of COD if it's going on Game Pass. Hello, I am a campaign.
It's because I said the campaigns are ass.
Yeah. Here you go. Quite interesting. So I mentioned zombies, but because I'm currently playing Killing Floor 2, I'll be pretty much calling. Yeah, because Killing Floor 3 is coming out as well, isn't it? So I've had enough of these COD games. Oh my god. Moving on, we'll talk about something else because we want to wrap up the show. We were talking about it earlier. Got a 9 out of 10 on the show. Ghost of Tsushima, which only came out on Thursday, and it's already, get this, it's only been out since Thursday, and Ghost of Tsushima is the biggest selling single player game from Sony to come to a PC. It has sold, as of I think of yesterday, over 77,000 copies.
What?
Right? The previous record for a Sony PlayStation single player game on PC was 73,000 by the original God of War.
Oh,
right?
So
77,000. Obviously, there's more people than that playing Helldivers 2, but that's a multiplayer game.
Mm-hmm.
But that was since Thursday. 77,000 people. How cool is that?
Yeah, for a game like that as well. Like, I don't know. Guess I wouldn't have expected it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's technically 5 years old.
Yeah, true. Doesn't feel it, my God.
I know. That's weird.
It doesn't look 5 years old either. Still looks.
No. Brand new, yeah.
There you go. Very good, especially for a remake. Oh, God. More zombies, please. I had an idea for a game about a dev who went postal because he got asked to make too many zombie games. Do it. Make it. Would give me a right nipple to I would give my right nipple to shift 77,000 copies of a game. I so read that wrong. Jesus, you can see where my mind's going. In the gutter. But there you go, folks. If you want to find out about some more games, I'm going to quickly rattle through some other games that came out this week, which we couldn't fit in. Biomutant finally made its way onto Nintendo Switch. That came out last Thursday. That got a 6 out of 10. We have Dread Delusion, which came out on PC. Also last Thursday, got a 7.5 out of 10. We have got the Nepalina Game Maker Revolution on PS4, PS5, and Switch, which got a 6.5. We've got a game that I played at EGX, which is another one of these kind of shooters to the beat, which was Robo Beat. Came out on PC last Thursday, 8.5. The strategy game Men of War 2 came out on PC last Thursday with a 7.5. We've got the platformer Paladins on PC, PS5, and Switch with a 7.5 out of 10. We've got Read Only Memories Neurodive on Xbox Series X, S1, PS4, 5, PC, and Switch, which got a 7.5. And a game that came out yesterday called Songs of Conquest on PC got an 8 out of 10. If you want to see the trailers and see all the scores for those games, go check out my Discord. They will be posted here within an hour of this show ending, and you can watch the trailers for those 8 games that we didn't get a chance to fit in the show, because otherwise we'd be here for another fucking 2 hours. So
I'm down. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Dave's not, but yeah, Tiggy's staying on. We're going to.
Okay, so bad. You two can just carry on.
We'll just carry on with the show.
Hey, I'm used to the late night streams.
Yeah, he can't hack it. Bless him.
Aw.
Granny o'clock in the morning.
I don't get up till midday most days, Dave. So this is why I'm there you
You're
go.
all right.
But I work late though. Like so many of the companies I work with are from the US. So like, as soon as this finishes, I'm replying to the freaking 50 messages I got during the stream.
I can relate. There's people. Yeah, you get emails from me. I sent funny enough, sent an email to the lady to do with the Twitch meetup. And I realised when sending it, it was still 8 o'clock in the morning their time. So I know that I won't get a reply until I finish the stream.
Yeah.
So
Exactly. But it's annoying because I'll be like sat on the couch, like watching something before bed at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. And then I start getting like offers in my email, and I'm like, I can't be doing with this now. You're just gonna wait. You just wait till tomorrow. I'll CBA.
It's one of them. It's one of them. Like the streamer life people, you don't know how difficult it is.
Yeah.
We make it sound so fun.
It's all right though. You just kind of start work later, don't you, and finish work later.
That's the only difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dave's just like, you bastards.
I'll see if I can find my tiny violin for you.
Yeah, go on.
I'm just glad I get to work from home now because I could just chill with my cats all day. It's great.
you say chill, but you're trying to stop them jumping out the window.
Yeah. Or biting my wires, which is one of the main issues. That's why they're not allowed in this room, other than for a little segment at the end of stream. I show the cats, but very briefly, and then I'm like, right, get out, because they bite through my wire. You know the big wire that connects my PC to my big headset, my big Valve Index. Do you know how much that wire costs?
How much?
If you buy the official one, £110 for a wire.
A wire.
A wire.
Ouch.
It's a very long, very thick wire, but still, that's insane. He bit through that once. Did not know it was worth that much until I had to replace it. Was not happy. So they're banned from this room now.
Wow. We've got a friend of the channel. She's got a rabbit and she gnaws. She's not a streamer, but she gnaws through all the cables and stuff. It's I feel
it's a
her
problem.
pain.
I don't understand the attraction to the wires, but sure.
I'm just glad my chihuahuas don't do that, because that'd be game over. Bless them.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Gotta ban them.
There you go. Becca says you're a vibe. She likes you. Well, Becca, if you want to see more of Tiggy or Tigress X, I know you're coming to Timeless Gaming Convention, and she will be on our wonderful content creator panel at roughly, if my memory serves me correct, about 2 p.m. I think. We've not actually announced the times yet.
No idea.
I think in my head. That's right, 2 p.m. till 3 p.m. Yeah,
just tell me to.
yeah. I'll message you near the time and go, I think it's this time. There you go. So there you go. 100% plus is a wire. There you go, says Jesse. Have you ever considered sensing the cables differently so it repels them?
You got to be careful with stuff with cats, though, because everything's toxic to them. You can't even buy a bloody plant.
Yeah.
Everything's toxic. So you got to be careful. Most of the stuff that they don't like the smell of is not very good for them, so you can't really do that.
Manic says, I'm surprised with bunnies and cats chewing at wires, they don't get electric shocks from eating it. I don't know how they get away with it, but I wouldn't try gnawing a wire because I would get an electric shock. But there you go. And on that bombshell, folks, firstly, I know you just dropped all the socials and her Twitch channel in the chat, but please give our wonderful guest, Tiggy, also known as Tigress X, the wonderful VR streamer. Go give her a follow if you're not already following. Go check out. You are next on...
Stream? What? Are we talking about streams?
Yeah,
Sunday evenings, Beat Saber streams. Think of some songs to request. We play everything, no matter how memey it is.
Right. Go check her out Sunday. Oh, ass. You know who she is. Don't be. Oh, is that who she is? So
I met him at Insomnia.
Ah, okay, cool.
In fact, I met most of my streamer friends from Insomnia, to be honest, which is why it's really sad that it's going away.
Sad, isn't it?
Yeah. I want to say it's my favorite event. I can say it's my favorite event because Timeless, it wasn't a thing then, and I've, so I can still say it. I can still say it.
Well, yeah, because you might go to Timeless and think it's complete shit, so that'll be all right.
Well, I already know because obviously I've been to that arcade before, and I recommend that arcade to like all my gamer friends, like not even like streamers, just like gamer friends. I recommend it to all of them. I'm like, this arcade, because I didn't realize how big it was when we went. I knew it was an arcade, and that was like about it. I did not realize. I got there and I was like, oh my god, this is the biggest arcade I've ever seen in my life. This is insane. And it has loads of rhythm games.
Yes.
I was in my element.
It's so good.
Games.
And the thing is, it keeps getting bigger and they keep adding to it. And apparently they're going to do more work on it after we've done Timeless, and it might get even bigger. According
to have a VR section.
They're working on it.
Okay, good, because
they are working on it
in right now.
Yeah, they want a better VR room. They have a VR room, but it's not very good.
Yeah, well, I've only been in like the evenings, and they were always like, "Oh, the VR's not open." So if they're working on it, that's great.
I think they want to put a room on the second floor, from what I've been told. Rumors from people. There you go.
Please. There you go. And you said they were doing a cosplay competition. I could turn up in my VR cosplay.
Do it.
I got new lightsabers. I went to an event in Milton Keynes. And I got new lightsabers, and they're really cool.
Is that the one where you nearly knocked out the person?
Yes, it was a few days ago. It was on Sunday. Yeah, it was on Sunday. And the old man came up to me and was like, "You're going to have someone's eye out with that." And I was like, "I'm sorry." It goes rainbow.
See, that's cool. You don't get many lightsabers.
I feel like I should go get it and show you, but I also feel like you want to end the stream. So maybe
I'm more for Dave's sanity, really, because bless him, he's the one that needs to
get a beauty sleep. I need a lot.
But there you go. I know. But you can show me after. You can show me after, because obviously we're going to stick around and have a little chat after
Dave's gone.
After Dave's gone, yeah. So
all right, bugger off, Dave.
Hey, just cut me off that if you like. I don't mind.
Jesus, no, my producer will be moaning at me. She was like, "This is supposed to be a 2-hour stream, and you've been going for 2 hours and 18 minutes. Should be throttling me.
It's your stream. Do it like.
Yeah, true. But also, she's my show producer and she could murder me. So there you go. And if I want to see through to Timeless, yes, there you go. If Mag wants to end the stream, he'll just pretend that the Wi-Fi is. Oh God, yeah, I know. We tried to do this live from Belfast a couple of weeks ago, and the Wi-Fi went out. Sorry, Ben. And he was left. He was our guest, and he was left there. But there you go. But yes, come to Timeless. It's going to be fun. It might not replace the whole that's Insomnia, but we hope you have. Genuinely, we hope you have a good time because we're going to put a lot of time and effort into making this. And there's only 4 people that help organise this, and you know, everyone who's been before loves it. So hopefully you'll love it just as much as we love putting it on. So there you go. Little thing there. But yeah, I do feel bad that Insomnia's gone. I do feel very bad. So the only one I don't feel bad about is EGX. They can go fuck themselves. So there you go. I've said it again. Anyway, so let's do a raid, people. Again, thank you to the wonderful Tiggy, Tigress X, for being an amazing guest. And yes, you will see her. You will see her at Timeless on the content creator panel. Big thank you to Dave, as always, for being my fountain of knowledge. You absolute legend, you. Thank you so much. There is Tigress X's all socials, YouTube's, TikTok, etc. Go follow, go watch the stream on Sunday. Go have some fun with us. And thank you to my mods. Thank you to everyone in chat, because you lot are freaking awesome, because without you, we wouldn't have a show. And thank you to Dave, my manager, who's there somewhere, lost in the chat there. And probably my show producer, who's moaning at me because we're on.
Why?
I don't know. There you go. But let's go do a raid. Now, there's 2 people I've got in mind to raid, and I have my reasons. And I want to see if. Okay, we are going to raid. Oh God, I don't know. Oh, look at that! Go for it. Lights are going.
I'm vibing. I've got no music. I've not got my VR set up. So usually we play the Jellyfish Jam. Dun, 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 that one.
I think.
Just pretend it sounded like the Jellyfish Jam. Okay.
We're gonna go raid. We're gonna go raid my mate Lisa Paranorma, who is on. She's playing the Quarry horror games, like horror games. So let's go do that if it appears on my stream deck and actually works. There was someone else I was going to raid, but I'm not sure they're still on. But if not, we'll try and watch. So let's have a look. Where has she gone? Hang on. Is she there? She is. Do that and then press that, and that hopefully will work. She's playing the Quarry. If you love horror games, go check her out. And that raid will start when the end credits are rolled. And all that leaves for me to say is, wherever you are in the world, have a great morning, a great afternoon, or great evening. And we shall see you tomorrow for our community night, because we are playing Rocket League the first time this year, because we haven't played it since Christmas. So we're going to play some Rocket League. So download it, update it, do whatever you want, and join in, because everyone's welcome. So let's do this, folks. From me, Tigress and Dave. Bye.
Bye.